down to LA with it. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change. Feel like Ice Cube cause I did good day. On me 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord every time I wait. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash nothing, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
Hey, this is for all them PS boys out there, man. Y'all know what time it is. If you a Sonic pony, you need to get hype.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to another edition of the show, man. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy new week. Happy another day. Hit that like button for me if you do love these live streams. If you do love these live shows that we do Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Big shout outs to Skillful, all the elite members. Big ups to you guys, man. Thank you all so much for being here. And the reason why I'm laughing, man, because oh man, the hate continues on the Nintendo Switch 2. And you know what? I've said this numerous times. Like, if you don't like what you're seeing, just don't buy it. Period. End of story. I don't know how many times I've been saying this since the announcement of the Switch. Just don't buy it. Same thing with the PS5 Pro. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, this. Oh, just don't freaking buy it. Just don't buy it. The games are too expensive. Chances are Nintendo's not going to go down on the price. Just don't buy it. Simple as that. Vote with your wallet. Simple as that. Just don't freaking buy it, bro. It's as simple as that. Because at the end of the day, what you have to realize is a lot of these consoles, a lot of these games, and the crazy part about this whole situation, right, is that people are already paying whatever they're paying for the experience that they want, right? Which I've said this in my video talking about the price of the games. And some people are going to say it's worth it. Nintendo officially made a response to the situation. And for some people, they see the value. Remember that word, value, because it's going to carry over into the rest of the show today. Value. Some people see the value in paying $80 for a game, whatever game it is, or $90 for a game, whatever game it is. People are already paying $100 for games currently right now. You see what I'm saying? People are already spending $100 just to play the game, just to experience the game. Early access. Oh, I'm in. So you're going to buy whatever you're going to buy. You're going to spend your money how you see fit. And there's so many options right now. Even though Nvidia themselves came out and they plain as ABC said that the Nintendo Switch 2 is 10 times more powerful than the Nintendo Switch, right? That's not enough. The Switch 2 games looks better, way better than the Switch games, in my opinion. Obviously, that's opinionated because you might be looking at it and be like, oh, they look the same. Or maybe some people are even freaking trolling. But regardless of the fact that at the end of the day, only you, not me, not anybody else in this stream, can ultimately make that purchase. Only you. Only you. You control what goes in your pockets. You control what comes out your pockets. So yeah, you don't have to buy it. You don't like the direction that Nintendo is headed in, just don't freaking buy it. Wait till next generation. I tell you one thing, you're going to be waiting at least 8 years. At least another 7 to 8 more years before another generation comes around. So keep on waiting. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, you have unlimited options. Unlimited options. I'm tired of the freaking complaining. It's one thing to complain about the price of the games, but it's like the hate continues. It's like there's a lot of hate surrounding the Switch 2 for no freaking reason. For no reason. Oh, the Switch is better than the Switch 2. How is that? First of all, people are still running with that narrative, bro. I've looked at the games with my own two eyes. There is a difference. Now, if you're saying the price is too high, I understand, but clearly there's a big difference. And it's just like, goes back to the PS5 to PS5 Pro conversation. Like, you can look at some of these games on the base PS5 and on the PS5 Pro. Night and day. Literally night and day difference. Assassin's Creed Shadows on the base PS5 versus the PS5 Pro. Night and day difference. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth versus Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5 Pro. Night and day difference. So it's like and I can almost guarantee you when the next Xbox comes out, it's going to be the same thing. When the PS6 comes out, it's going to be the same thing. And it's like, I knew this was going to happen. Like, people are just not freaking happy, bro. Like, it's already bad enough. We got to deal with all this nonsense that's going on in the world. That's forcing all the man. I'm so irritated right now. All this freaking prices going up. We already got to deal with that nonsense, right? You know, affecting our video game industry, right? Naturally, stuff going up in price. So we got to deal with that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, the choice is still yours. You have unlimited options. Okay, the Switch 2 is too expensive for you. Keep your Switch. Simple as that. Don't buy the games. Keep your Switch. Go get you a Steam Deck. Go get you a ROG Ally X or a ROG Ally. Go get you a Legion Go. You got plenty of options. Period. End of story. Simple. Keep what you have, or there's unlimited options out there for you. Because at the end of the day, Nintendo is not going to come down off the price. And it's very evident. It's very evident based on what they said in their official statement about the game prices. Bro, they are standing firm on the price. So you don't like it, just don't buy it. Just don't do it. And time again, I see people sit there and try to justify what they don't like and put it on somebody else. And it's like, bro, if I don't like something, I just don't like it. Nobody can make me like something that I don't like. If there's a game that comes out and I don't like it, sorry, I ain't playing it. Not my cup of tea. Sorry. I don't care what anybody else have to say. You understand what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to make me like something that I don't like. Straight up and down. You got way too many options. And best believe these game prices are going to continue to rise. That's the ugly truth. The game prices are going to go up. They're at $70. Remember when Jim Ryan came out? Sony was the first one to charge $70. $70 freaking dollars for their games. Everybody was losing their minds. Jim was like, listen, if you want a premium experience of what Demon's Souls remake is going to be giving you on the PlayStation 5, then pay the $70. We're offering a premium experience for $70. That's what he said. That's why it costs so much, because we're offering you now, to you, it might not be a premium experience, but to the next man, he might say, oh yeah, you know what, dog? Yeah, it's a premium experience. To me, it is. So it's obviously subjective at the end of the day. But it comes down to you. Can you afford $70? If you can't do it, don't do it, bro. My dad always tell me, don't stretch your basket where it can't go. That simply means if you know that your pockets can't go that high, leave it alone. Because at the end of the day, the reality is you can't afford it. And I see, man, over the weekend, I've seen so many tweets from people saying the Switch 2 is garbage and the games don't even look no better, and the games are not worth it. Bro, you haven't even, the console ain't even out yet. You haven't even played any of the games. You're not even one of those content creators that even had hands on with the game. You just talking out of the side of your neck. You don't know what you're talking about. Same thing with the PS5 Pro. Yeah. And some of y'all end up turning around and buying the PS5 Pro. After all that hate, the cycle continues. The cycle continues. It's continuing again. The same friggin' cycle. Once again. Same hate. You remember, man, it was so annoying. The amount of hate that the PS5 Pro was getting, it was just insane to me. It was insane. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, what is this? It's plain and simple. Thank you so much. Llama, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Lamage 5, thank you so much. Listen, the amount of hate that the PS5 Pro was getting was just, it was laughable. Because it's simple. Just don't buy it. No. All that hate. And then it's like, oh, shoot. Then you realize, yeah, you know what? I did all that for nothing. I did all that hate and drama for nothing. And the reality is, PS5 Pro is still $699. Still $699. Have not dropped once in price. So again, it's for that high-end user, that high-end console gamer that can't afford to build a high-end PC and want the best that they can possibly get out of a freaking console. Pay the money. With the Switch 2, if you call yourself a Nintendo fan or a Nintendo diehard fan, you're going to pay the price. You're going to pay the price. Yes, it's your right as a consumer to speak up. By all means, speak up. But some of these people, bro, are just being negative and hateful for no freaking reason. Like I said, the only valid thing that I can see people complaining about, which I even said the same thing, like the price of the games are really high and they need to come down. I do agree. But other than that, if you're telling me you look at that presentation for the Nintendo Switch 2 and you telling me you walked away from that presentation saying, no improvements. No improvements whatsoever. Okay. Whatever. Do whatever floats your boat. Whatever. If you're going to walk away, you're telling me you rewatch that direct or you watch that direct and you're telling me that you are not impressed. You are not impressed with anything Nintendo has shown you. Okay. That's fine. Just don't freaking buy it. And then, I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, listen, look, if you look at the Switch 2 and you're saying, you know what? I just can't afford it. Cool. No problem. You can't afford it. That's fine. Not a big deal. You can't afford it. That's understandable. But all the negative Nancy's that I've been seeing on Twitter, oh, it's not worth it. Okay. How did you come up with that math of it's not worth it? Why is it not worth it? Could you give me a valid reason why it's not worth it? Oh, the games are too expensive. Okay. Games are too expensive, so that makes it not worth it. Okay. What else? The games don't look. The games don't look like PS5. The game. What? What are you talking about? The games don't look like PS5. Why do they have to look like PS5? What? Why? Why do they have to look like PS5? Why do they have to look like Series X? Why? And I can almost guarantee you, if the games look like PS5 or look better than PS5, you still will be complaining. Guaranteed, you still will be complaining. There will be something to complain about, as always. Because nowadays we just whine and complain about every doggone thing because we ain't got nothing else better to do with our time. Every single game that comes out, it's woke, it's trash, it's this, it's that. Dog, have you even played the game? Dog, have you even looked at the gameplay? No, it's woke garbage. It's woke. I'm so sick of it. That's all our industry is. That's all the gaming community is. Everything is either woke or it's trash, or it's too expensive, or whatever the heck it is. Like, listen, bro, at this point in time, situation is the way it is right now, and it's only gonna get worse. Like, it's so annoying. Like, it's so annoying.
We'll make our own destiny.
God, it's so annoying, bro. Like, relax.
GTA 6 was listed for more than $100 by a reputable Swiss retailer before the listing was removed. Why was it removed? Can we expect a $70 price?
I'm not believing a darn thing until we get an official announcement. I ain't believing it, not one bit. But there's a huge possibility that GTA 6 could be more than $69.99. And if it is more than $69.99, people are still going to buy it.
The Switch 2 games shown didn't have all the features implemented in the system yet, like DLSS. Community is annoying. Wait until they show everything.
Exactly. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. And bro, I covered this last stream. Nvidia, on Nvidia's website, the freaking Switch 2 is 10 times more powerful than the Nintendo Switch. And people are still freaking complaining. 10 times more powerful. 10 times. 10 times more. And people are still freaking the console ain't even out yet. Do you know how much of a huge of a jump the Switch 2 is over the Switch 1? Are you kidding me? You haven't even seen the games in person yet. Console ain't even out yet, and the hate is ridiculous.
We will.
I'm getting my Switch 2 day one. F the haters.
Like, yo, thank you so much, G Blue. Bro, this is so annoying. Like, it's like, right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, you have a right as a consumer to call these companies out. Yes, I do agree. The price is expensive on the games. I do agree with you. I'm right there with you. I told you guys, I'm not exempt from, these games being $80 to $90. I'm not picking up for Nintendo. I'm not defending Nintendo. What I'm saying is, yes, the games are too expensive, and I wish that the games were cheaper. I wish. Because then it could have appealed to a bit more people. Because I understand that everybody can't afford an $80 game or $100 game or whatever the case. I get it. I hear you. But besides the games being expensive, like, the hate that the console is getting is unnecessary. It really is unnecessary. Like, let the console come out. Bro, the amount of third-party developers now? Have you guys seen Cyberpunk 2077 running on the Switch 2? Bro, man, let me pull this up. Y'all, man, boys are tripping, dog. Like, I swear, people just that's all we've been doing this entire generation. Complaining. And then now you got the Switch 2. You still freaking complaining. It's like, dang. Oh, it's not the Switch 1 is how in the name of Jesus is the Switch 1 gonna be better in terms of power? How does that even make friggin' sense? Does that make any sense to you? Some of the foolery that I'm seeing on Twitter, it's a joke. It's like a freaking, hold on, let me pull this up. Where is it at? Where did I saw it at? Let me show y'all this, because I don't even think people are realizing what the heck they're talking about. Like, look at this, bro. Pay attention to your screen on your phone, because majority of you guys are on your phone right now. Pay attention to your doggone screen. Okay. Look at this right here. Can you see 4K AI powered DLSS and 4K gaming? Nintendo has made it. Nintendo has made it mainstream now. They have caught up to the 4K realm. You are able to play your Switch 2 games at 4K 60 dock. What are you talking about? And you have better upscaling technology. What the freak are you talking about? Are you smoking? What are you smoking? What are you on? 10 times. With 10 times the graphics performance of the Nintendo Switch. But yet still people are sitting here wasting my freaking time telling me that, oh, the Switch 1 is better than the Switch 2 in terms of power and graphics. What are you smoking? I would like to know that. Then you have Tensor cores and you have RT cores. What? For a Nintendo console? Are you kidding me? And you still talking nonsense? You're not making sense. This alone makes it worth it. What are you talking about? Man, listen, bro.
I was cool within $450, but with what's going on RN, it's more likely to be sold around $600, and
Straight
that
up.
puts me out off wanting to buy, but we will see.
Straight up. Like, listen. For $450 freaking dollars, cheaper than PS5, cheaper than Series X, $450. Obviously, before all this nonsense going on, that's going to bring up the price. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The chances are it's probably going to be higher than $500 now. It will be a miracle if the price stays the same. And I told you guys, prepare your $450 and you are freaking complaining? Dog. 4K bro, my heart, my soul was so happy. People are talking about the Switch 2 is the Wii U. What? Not even close. What are you talking about? The Switch 2 is like the Wii U. It's going to be a failure. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? We really want to talk about the Wii U? Do you really want to talk about the Wii U? You really want to do this? You really want to do this? Not even close to the Wii U situation. How did Wii U get into this? Like, it's so crazy. Like, we try to find every little single thing to complain about. And the fact that this thing, bro, you got RT cores and Tensor cores. Do you realize you got to buy expensive freaking GPUs, expensive graphics cards to get RT cores and Tensor cores? Where's my PC Master Race dudes at? Come on, stop wasting my time. You're getting all of this stuff, dedicated RT cores and Tensor cores, so the games can look better and play better, especially those more demanding games. Stop wasting my doggone time, especially those more demanding games. Can you imagine games that like GTA 6, games like Elden Ring, games like Cyberpunk 2077, old game from 4 years ago, but with the power and capabilities of the Switch 2, how those games are going to look? the much more heavier games have a chance to breathe on the Switch 2 rather than the Switch 1? Are you on? What are you on, bro? Do you realize the Switch 1 was suffering when it comes to third-party support because it wasn't powerful enough to run the freaking games? So what are you on? What are you talking about? This thing is going to be able to get way more third-party support. What are you smoking? Way more third-party support than ever before. Just like how y'all dunk on the freaking 5090. Oh, yeah, AI this, AI that. See? AI is right here. Same thing with the PS5 Pro. Same thing. AI is carrying a lot of the load. What's the big freaking deal? Most of these doggone 4090s and 3090s, you try to max out settings, ray tracing and all that, can't even freaking do it. You need to turn on some sort of upscaling or some sort of AI. Nintendo finally try to come to the 21st century, try to come to the forefront, and you still freaking complaining? Complaining about the games is one thing, but you complain about the system being garbage and not freaking worth it. I'm tired of that nonsense. So annoying. Like, complain about something else. On top of that, you getting 120 FPS at 1080p with HDR. What? What else is out there that can give you 120 frames per second or 120 hertz, 1080p with HDR? That's going to cost $450. What? Oh, okay. ROG Ally X, $800. $800. $450, not $800. And you don't even have HDR. And you still freaking complaining. And you are able to play this thing at 4K. You can't even play the ROG Ally X for $800 without an eGPU setup. Get out of my face with that nonsense. You cannot play a ROG Ally X at 4K without a eGPU. What are you talking about? What are you smoking? You cannot. You cannot. What are you on? You can't. Do you have MSI Claw 8 AI Plus money? No, you do not. If you're complaining about $450 and then even you go up to the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus, how much is that? $1,000. Stop wasting my time. $1,000. And it can't do 4K 60. Stop wasting my time. Can't do it. But yet still it's not worth it. Man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Come with something else. Stay out of my freaking DMs with this bull crap. Nonsense. Makes zero sense. Stop tagging me into nonsense that makes zero. Stop wasting my time. So come correct with something. I'm so sick of, stop DMing me with this nonsense. Like if you look at it from a perspective of what else can, bro, the Switch 2 is more powerful than the Series S. It's doing better than the Series S. It has more VRAM than the Series S. Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Can the Series S do 4K 60? No, it cannot. It cannot do 4K 60. It can't. Stop wasting my time. Bro, listen to me, man. Dog, I'm way too passionate about this stuff. Listen to me. Listen to me. You cannot find... It's like one of the biggest complaints next to the Joy-Cons. Come on, stop wasting my time. The Joy-Con drifts issue. That's one of the biggest complaints with the Switch 1. And the fact that it didn't have a lot of third-party support. Games, more demanding games like Tears of the Kingdom was struggling to run on the Switch. Dropping under 30 frames, 20 frames, 15 frames. Bro, you are able to play Metroid Prime 4 at 4K 60 frames per second. What? Bro, I could never dream to be alive for that. What? Tears of the Kingdom? Freaking Tears of the Kingdom? And Breath of the Wild? 4K 60? Stop wasting my time. What? And you're still complaining. And you have AI, you have NVIDIA, you have DLSS. Do you know how much better these games are going to look? These more demand. Can you imagine if Rockstar puts GTA 6 on the freaking Switch 2? If it's coming, stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. If Rockstar themselves said that they're going to be putting GTA 6 on the Series S, and the Switch 2 is more powerful than the Series S, giving you better graphics than the Series S, you can bet your bottom dollar that GTA 6 is going to be on the Switch 2. And the Take-Two CEO already said he is going to support the Switch 2. You should be getting hype and excited, because for the first time in, listen, stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Bro, listen, man. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Bro, calm down. You gonna elevate your blood pressure. You getting hyped over people talking about it on Twitter, not your fan base.
Bro.
We get over here. Mechanical alarm emoji.
I know. But I'm just saying, I get tagging the stuff. I get DMs about this crap. And it's like, oh, well, you know, you're defending the Switch 2. And you're defending Nintendo because you used to be a Nintendo fanboy. Like, that has nothing to do with it. Facts are facts. The fact of the matter is, you're just hating on the Switch 2 for no reason. All these people on Twitter and people making videos talking about the Switch 2, bro, you have not even played the Switch 2 yet. You haven't even had it in your hands yet. And you coming up with all this nonsense. Makes absolutely zero sense. You have not even played the Switch 2 yet. Same thing. I'm so tired of this crap. I'm so tired of this. The same thing with the PS5 Pro. You come up here with all this nonsense, making all these videos, talking a bunch of garbage, and those same man, stop wasting my time, dog. Those same people that was making videos, hating on the freaking PS5 Pro, turned around and bought it. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. And the same people that is talking about the Switch 2 is going to turn around and buy it. Make that make sense. You know what that's called? That's called rage bait content. For clicks and for views and for retweets and impressions. That's all it is. And it's so foolish that people, every single time new hardware comes out, new game comes out, it's these sets of groups of people that's so freaking negative. Like, they don't see the good in nothing. Oh yeah, that Nintendo Direct, it was garbage. Well, that's your opinion. Oh, why are you defending Nintendo? What? So I can't have an opinion? I can't have an opinion about how I feel about the Direct? So I have to agree with you. So if I don't agree with you, then I'm automatically labeled as a Nintendo fanboy. Oh, Nintendo paying you. What? What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? It's plain and simple. Just don't buy the console. I just have to address that, dog. Like, it's all this unnecessary garbage, nonsense. Like, that's all you see, and all you see people making videos talking about, oh, Nintendo this, Nintendo that, Nintendo this, Nintendo that. And then there are the same people that's going to turn around. They're going to buy the Switch 2. They're going to buy it for their kids. They're going to buy it for their husbands. They're going to buy it for their wives. They're still going to. This is Nintendo we're talking about. Like, this is a family console. Eventually, you're gonna come to your senses and you'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the Switch 2. Wait, what? Wait, I thought you said the Switch 2 was a scam. I thought you said the Switch 2 was too expensive. I thought you said the Switch 1 was better. I thought you said the games were cartoony and not worth it. Now you're gonna buy the Switch 2? Stop wasting my time, dog. Let's move on to the first topic of this show. Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Oh, God. Stop wasting my time, bro. You honestly think I'm stupid, huh? Yeah, I'm not buying the Switch 2. I'm not buying it. Okay. We'll see how long that's going to last. Then right when the Switch 2 comes out, rubbing your hands like Birdman. Ooh, that Switch 2 is looking good, baby. Well, hold on now. What's up with all that rah-rah you was talking about earlier before the Switch 2 came out? I thought you said the Switch 2 was garbage and the games are overpriced trash and Nintendo sucks. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Get out. Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Bunch of hypocrites and freaking frauds. Bunch of hypocrites and frauds. Sick of this nonsense, bro. Let's move on to our first topic. So, reporting from Insider Gaming. Oh, this is what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. Here it is right here. Nintendo addresses Nintendo Switch 2 game prices. Oh, boy. Maybe you might agree with Nintendo on this one. Maybe you might disagree with Nintendo on this one. I don't know. But you guys vote with your wallets. So, we already know this situation. So, since April 2nd's big Nintendo Switch showcase, the talk surrounding the new console hasn't been about its features, specs, or even release date. Rather, the focus has been on the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 itself, as well as, and in some cases, more or so, its game prices. Now, in a new interview with IGN, Nintendo is defending. Are you paying attention?
Mario Maker 3 enough said.
Let's go. Are you paying attention? I'm only going to say this once. Listen, are you hearing this? In a new interview with IGN, Nintendo is defending its decision to charge $80 or more in some regions for its first-party titles. So that simply means they are not going down on the price. Are you hearing me? For those of you who are making videos, talking nonsense, and your little lame tweets that you're making, they're not going to go down on the price. Nintendo is defending their decisions right now on charging $80 in some regions for their game. So therefore, like I said, if the price is too expensive for you, just don't freaking buy it. Now, Nintendo does not care. They clearly don't freaking care. Now, let's dig into this. It says, during a sat down with IGN, Nintendo of America Vice President of Product and Player Experience, Bill Trenton, was asked about the pricing decisions by the company. Right off the bat, Trenton justified the decision to charge $80 for Mario Kart World due to what? The game's value to players. So Nintendo is saying same thing that Jim Ryan said years ago. Value. If you want that premium experience, if you want that, in other words, that open world Mario Kart experience, you're going to have to pay $80 for it. Okay? Whether we think it's wrong or right, this is the direction that Nintendo is heading in. Nintendo does not care. Quote, he says, I would say it's less about strategy of pricing Mario Kart World. It's more just whenever we look at a given game, we just look at what is the experience and what's the content and what's the value, he said, end quote. But look down at the bottom right here. But quote, but honestly, this is a game that is so big and is so vast, and you will find so many little things in it to discover. And there is still some other secrets remaining that I think as people end up buying and playing the game, they're going to find this to be probably the richest Mario Kart experience they have ever had, end quote. Freaking end quote. Now, on the topic of other Nintendo Switch 2 games charging $80, Trenton again said it's because of the what? The value Nintendo sees in its games for players. Remember, I told you guys, remember that word value. And I'm going to ask you guys before we move on to the next topic. Do you think Nintendo is offering value? Put your fanboyness to the side. If you're a Nintendo boy, be honest with your boy. Do you believe Nintendo is offering you value with these Nintendo Switch 2 games for $80? If the answer is no, just don't freaking buy it. Plain as ABC. Okay, let's come down here. Quote, what I would say is that we just look at each individual game and we look at the content and the value of that game. And then we say, what is right price for the value of this entertainment? Trenton said. So, yeah. Then he goes on, quote, what I would probably counter to some of that is that really what you are looking at is for Nintendo Switch 2 edition, that's the physical price for somebody that has not bought the base game. For somebody who has bought Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, the upgrade packs for those are $10. And if you happen to be a Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion member, both of the Zelda upgrade packs are inclusive within that membership. So there's no additional price, or I'm sorry, no additional charge for those. So let's finish this off. Quote, but I think overall our general approach is really just focus on what's the content, what's the value, and what's an appropriate price based on that, end quote. So this is all about value. Nintendo feels like with them being more ambitious with their games like Mario Kart World, it's big. You no longer, anybody who is a Nintendo boy know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to be lock and key and handcuffed to the track. You can get off track and you can explore the entire world. Nintendo feel like we're putting in more work into our games and offering the player more value, offering the player a different kind of a fresh new experience. Yes, it's still Mario Kart, but we're adding more layers. We're adding a whole new experience. And that's why we have to charge $80 freaking dollars. That's what Nintendo is saying. So you need to look at that and say, well, nah, Nintendo, that does not negate to value. That doesn't make sense to me. You're charging $80 for a freaking game. That makes 0 sense. I'm just saying. That's what Nintendo is saying. So if that does not make sense to you, then I think this entire generation, you're going to be pissed off. Because there are going to be games that Nintendo is going, who knows, maybe the next Smash Brothers is probably going to be $80 freaking dollars. Come on, you know this. Because they're going to, with this kind of philosophy, with this kind of mindset that Nintendo is approaching, same mindset that Jim Ryan had when it came down to the PS5 and charging $70 for freaking a Demon Souls remake. Come on, you remember this. So with that being said, like, think about all this stuff. Is that justifiable? Some of you guys probably don't even care. But I feel like, hey, they're offering a premium Mario Kart experience. And I feel like I could see where this is going to go with Nintendo. Only certain games, certain franchises are going to be $80. The rest of the games are still going to be $69.99. And I can already see it. Being that I've been a diehard Nintendo fan for years and still is to this day, I can see Super Smash Bros. The next Smash Brothers game that they're going to make, because we at least get at least one Smash Brothers game per generation or per system. So really and truly, it seems as though, and it occurs to me that the next Smash Brothers game is probably gonna be an $80 experience, because they're gonna charge you more. Just like with Mario Kart World, they're probably gonna add some more stuff for the first time ever, right? In Super Smash Brothers, whatever those things are, that's gonna equate to them charging you more money. That's just the way it is. The next Zelda is probably gonna be $80. The next Pokemon game probably gonna be $80. All the big stuff from Nintendo is probably gonna be $80. Do I feel like this is enough for them to charge $80? Yes and no. But at the same time, you got to understand Nintendo is trying to evolve. They're trying to do different things with their games, right? And I do like what they're doing with Mario Kart 8 World. Mario Kart World. I do like what they're doing. I do like the fact that you're no longer just tied to the track. Like, you can go off country. You could go explore and do whatever you want to do. That is really cool for a Mario Kart game. But I just feel like, yes, the price is a bit too high. It really is. But that's what Nintendo is saying. And you either buy it or not. And that game is going to sell at least 20, 30 million copies, whether I buy it or you buy it or not. And that's the ugly truth. So prepare yourself. Like Kratos would say, prepare yourself, boy. Prepare yourselves. Because there are going to be games that are going to drop this generation, this 10th generation of Nintendo, that you're not going to like. You're just not going to like the price. And other Nintendo fans, other people out there are going to purchase it. You see what I'm saying? So, and Nintendo knows this. That's why do you think that Nintendo don't even care about the backlash? Come on. Nintendo is coming out defending the $80 price. What, Marlon, why is that? You guys know I keep it real with y'all, right? You know I don't sugarcoat stuff. I speak from the heart. Nintendo knows. You think they care about all this online backlash nonsense? All these Twitter warriors coming out with their pitchforks? You think they give a doggone about you and what you're saying on Twitter? And making your little videos talking about they don't care, because at the end of the day, Nintendo knows that their install base is going to eat up Mario Kart. It's Mario. Hello. Regardless of it being expensive, they know that a bunch of parents are going to buy it. They know that they have older legacy fans from the 80s that are going to support them no matter what. Nintendo don't have this issue. If this was a Sony issue, guess what, baby? Guess what? Now we got a big problem. If it was Sony.
We will.
Switch to emulator, homebrew, and ROMs incoming, winking face emoji.
All I can say is go ahead and play with Nintendo if you want to. Because in case if you don't already know, Nintendo does not play that game when it comes to homebrew. I'm going to tell you that right now. Them Nintendo ninjas does not play. You hear me? There's a lot of websites that got shut down, got sued. YouTube channels got deleted in the twinkling of an eye. You think Nintendo is playing that game? Don't buy that game if you don't want. Don't buy it. Don't buy the game. Go ahead and homebrew if you want to and see what happens. Nintendo ain't playing. Nintendo is a company not to play with. When it comes to their intellectual properties, they don't play. They do not. If you do not own that game and you over here downloading games illegally and think you're going to get away with it, good luck with that. Good luck with that hot water. And you can already see a lot of people going to try to do that. Go ahead. Because the Nintendo lawyers, the Nintendo ninjas, bro, I've been covering Nintendo for freaking years. I started my channel covering Nintendo. I studied Nintendo for years. I've been a Nintendo gamer first from the very beginning. I know Nintendo does not play around. Are you kidding me? So let them go ahead and try to go ahead and oh, I'm not buying the game. I'm gonna download. Go ahead. Try that if you want to. Nintendo does not play. Nintendo scorches freaking earth. Ask any Nintendo YouTuber, ask anybody who's been doing this for freaking years, they will tell you that. So don't buy it. Don't buy it. Simple as that. Do yourself a favor, just don't buy it. Because you know what? I saw this coming I said, I knew it. It's either going to be the price of the console that's going to be out of reach, or it's going to be the freaking game that's going to be out of reach. Come on, you know this. And so I'm telling you boys, listen, bro, like, yo, y'all boys better get ready. You boys, Nintendo does not care. They don't freaking care. They don't care. Because they know that they have 100. You don't even realize, do you? This is not Sony. This is not Microsoft. This is Nintendo we're talking about. They have over 150 million players on the Switch. They have a crazy install base. We're talking about Mario, bro. This ain't Last of Us. This ain't God of War. What do you think? This ain't Spider-Man. No, this is Mario. Mario will blow all those games out of the water. Mario, that's going to sell regardless the price. You don't realize that? You don't get it by now? It's Mario. Nothing touches Mario. Don't you get that? I don't even think some of y'all even realize what the heck is going on here. So they don't freaking care. Of course, listen, I don't expect Nintendo to come out and bend a knee and be like, oh yeah, we give up, we give up. You honestly think that Nintendo is going to be bowing down and bending the knee? No, they're not. They're going to come out and defend this because they know that their install base is going to buy it. Similar to Sony, when Sony start charging certain prices and certain things like that for their games or accessories, there are PlayStation fans out there that will buy it. Whenever Sony does remakes and remasters and charge $70 freaking for it, and you might say, oh, that's not worth it. I'm not buying it. Guess what, buddy? Somebody else gonna buy it. And it's still gonna sell. And that's the case with Nintendo. So they do not care about your feelings. They don't. Unfortunately, the price is too high, but they don't care. Next topic. Sorry, I don't make the rules. They don't care. Because I can almost guarantee, this is the last thing I'm going to say, we'll get into the next topic. I can almost guarantee you Nintendo knows that Mario Kart World is going to do at least, by the end of this generation, at least 40, 50 million copies. You don't know this already? By the time Nintendo done milking Mario Kart World, you don't know this? Expansion pack, DLC, re-release of the same game. Oh, Mario Kart World Deluxe. And Nintendo fans are still gonna buy it. Come on, you know this. Why you guys do this to yourselves? You don't know this already? We're talking about Nintendo. And they're gonna get away with it. Because it's Nintendo. Just like Sony sit there and charge whatever they want to charge for certain things. Yeah, sometimes they don't get away with it, but people still buy it though. You guys know what I'm talking about. So no, Nintendo is not going to bend the knee. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. The price is too high. Yes, I do agree. But they're not going to bend the knee because they know that people are still going to buy it. Same thing with the Switch too. You can say, oh, yeah, dog. Yeah, Switch 1 is better than Switch 2. Nintendo's over there like, okay, keep thinking that. That's all right. Don't buy it. It's okay. Some millions more people will buy it. Let's move on to the next freaking topic. I'm sick of this nonsense. Let's move on, man. This is a joke. This is literally a joke. You must not know this is Nintendo. Nintendo don't have the same problem, homie. They don't have the same problem like Sony and Microsoft does. Sony over here struggling to do 10, 15 million copies. That's light work for Nintendo. Nintendo's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all struggling to do 10, 15 million copies? You know what I mean? New IP only doing 1 million copies, 2 million copies. Bro, we out here doing the same thing that we've been doing since the freaking 80s. And then we over here slapping up 20, 30 million copies. Easy work, light work. So you can say, oh, yeah, the games look the same. Oh, yeah, dog, the games look the same. Oh, the games look like garbage. Yeah, but they're still going to sell, though. Woo! Yeah, they don't freaking care. Relax. And just accept the reality. Games are not going to look like PS5. They don't have to look like PS5. As long as they look better than its predecessor, that's all that freaking matters. Stop wasting my time. All right. So, oh boy. Here we go. Next topic. And I hope for Sony's sake that this does pretty well because listen, man. We don't want another Concord situation on our hands, do we? No, we don't. We definitely don't. You ready? Then we're going to get back into some more Nintendo stuff. Hold your seat right there. So this has come from PSU.com. A bunch of content creators are already saying that they're blown away by what they saw with Marathon. So it seems like there's going to be some sort of Marathon PS5 showcase or Marathon showcase showing off gameplay. So, yeah. It says right here, this comes from PSU.com. Marathon gameplay revealed, confirmed for April 12th. So buckle up, mark your calendars. 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. So it seems as though the news comes following a series of posts on Bungie and PlayStation X accounts last week, suggesting that the marketing for the game was ramping up ahead of a reveal. Sure enough, he says we are getting one next Saturday. Prior to that, it was reported that Bungie was planning a major showcase for Marathon in spring 2025. So that turned out to be pretty spot on. So Marathon better be a hit for Sony. That's all I got to say. I'm hoping for the best because after Concord, yeah. So let me know your thoughts in the actual comment section. Let's move. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about something else that I feel like is very concerning to the Nintendo community. What are we talking about? Joy-Cons. Joy-Con boys for life. Rip Etika. Joy-Cons. Stick drift issues. Ooh, that is kind of a concerning topic, right? Because, hey, some of y'all gonna be like, man, freaking $90 for a freaking Joy-Con, for some pair of Joy-Cons, man, that's expensive. I agree with you. It is expensive because most people can't afford $80 for a controller. And the last thing that you want is for the friggin' controller to start drifting. Well, we have Nintendo come out and we're going to tie this with two articles, right? Because we also had a reliable leaker that had came out a while back and did a leak of the Nintendo Switch 2 and did a teardown of the Switch 2 and confirmed that it's going to have Hall effect sticks. And so if that is the case, because Nintendo is saying like it won't have Hall effects, but then it's kind of like follow with your boy. Sorry. the biggest thing for a lot of people right now is, hey, they want the Joy-Cons to be more durable and things of that nature. Well, let's take a look here. Now, it says right here that Nintendo confirms, this has come from VGC.com. Nintendo confirms Switch 2 Joy-Cons won't feature Hall effect sticks. The rumored Nintendo Switch 2 feature won't be included. So, yeah. So we had one of the product managers, vice president of product development, basically saying they are not Hall effect sticks, but they feel really good. All right, end quote. So again, now I don't know if you guys remembered this situation here. This was a while back. This was from like January of this year, where we had a Switch 2 feature Hall effect thumbsticks, and this was from a reliable leaker that actually had the Nintendo Switch apparently and did a freaking teardown. And then they actually confirmed that the Joy-Con 2s are actually Hall effect thumbsticks. So we will see, once we get the actual Switch 2, or people get more hands-on with it, tear it down and kind of confirm fully if it is or it's or it is, whatever, it isn't or it is, whatever. But we will see. I would love for the Switch 2 Joy-Cons 2 to have Hall effect. You know what I mean? Because Hall effect is going to prevent you from having, you know, stick drift issues and things of that nature. And so right here, one of the bullet points is like, it seems likely that the Nintendo Switch 2 controllers will feature Hall effect components. And obviously the Hall effect thumbsticks could be a real game changer for the Switch 2, with the magnetic technology potentially eliminating the dreaded Joy-Con drift that plagued the original consoles, which everybody already know this already. And this was coming from a respectable leaker called Next Handheld, right? And they actually posted a photo, right, basically showing the Switch 2 all the way back in December. I don't know if you guys remember that. And so we will see. We will see for ourselves, because I'm telling you right now, having Hall effect sticks is definitely the way to go, because I feel like people spend so much freaking money, right, for a Joy-Con, and you know, you start, because I had stick drift issues with my Joy-Con. I still have my Animal Crossing Switch, and I had issues with that joint, like drifting, like I'm playing Smash Brothers or I'm playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and my card is just going like this. Freaking stick drift issues. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I really hope that if it is confirmed when it's all said and done, like we do teardowns of it, and there is no there's no confirmation for it, I really hope that they made it stronger.
In the UK, Switch 2 with Mario goes for $429.99 and without Mario for $395.99. Stupid tariffs will make the price impossible for us.
I know, man. I know. I heard about that too. And you know what, Mark? Thank you so much for that. Check this out though too. Like on eBay, I don't know if you guys know about this, but on eBay, the Switch 2 is already on eBay. I'm just, hey man, I'm trying to tell y'all boys, like, going for ridiculous prices. Switch 2 is already on eBay. You see what I'm saying? So y'all think I'm lying? Let me show my man, what's his name? My man Spawn Wave put out a tweet. Look at this right here. Y'all think this is a joke? All right, look at this. Already happening. Pay attention to your screen. All right. Already on eBay. Like, look at this. Scalpers already, bro. All freaking ready. Are y'all paying attention? Bruh. Pay attention to that right there. I'll be right back. This is nuts, dude. Hold on. I'll be right back. $800 ain't nothing. $800 ain't nothing. $800 ain't nothing. Right? $800 ain't nothing. Right? $800 ain't nothing, huh? Yeah. $800 ain't nothing. Right, but we crying about, you see the hypocrisy. We're crying about games being $80, but $800 ain't nothing. We crying about games being $80, but $800 ain't nothing. Some of y'all saying that's y'all rent money, right? Some of y'all said that's y'all rent money. Some of y'all, yeah, it says sold, right? Sold. Oh shoot! I didn't even see that. Oh wait! Oh my God! Oh wait! Sold. I didn't even. Man, y'all so smart. Y'all so smart. Sold. I did not see that, bro. It says sold. Hey, y'all saying $80 for these games are too much money, right? But you're saying $800 is light work, bro. That thing says sold. I didn't even pay attention. Sold for $800. That's PS5 Pro money. That's PS5 Pro money. Oh, shoot. I did not realize that was sold, dog. I did not realize that was sold. Okay. All right. So you see it in my title, right? You see it in my title, right? You ready? The Switch is literally blowing minds, bro. Hold on. Why is my pen not writing, bro? The Switch 2 is blowing minds. There we go. Now I have a pen that actually writes. The Switch 2 is blowing minds, ladies and gentlemen. You ready? Blowing minds? What are you talking about, dude? Okay. What are you talking about, Marlon? Have you guys seen Street Fighter? Have you got... Nah, bro. Have you guys seen Street Fighter? Have you guys seen Street Fighter? Look at that, bro. Look at this right here. Street Fighter 6. Do you look at this? Look how much better it looks on the Switch 2. Like you can see the sweat and everything and more detail in the image versus the Series S. Are you seeing this right now? Do you see? I can see it clear as freaking day. Like this is mind blowing for Nintendo standards. This is mind freaking blowing. The Series S is on the left. Nintendo Switch 2 is on the right. And wow, dude, you can see the sweat. You can see the vein, the definition, everything, the attention to detail. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more sharp on Ryu's arm and everything. Like, bro, I'm just saying, like, you can see the vein on his bro. You can see it. So this is mind blowing. This is literally mind blowing. Like, this is like night and day, literally night and day. Right? And that's why that's why I was trying to get y'all boys to understand, like, this is a huge jump. This is a huge freaking jump. Let me put myself down at the bottom. This is mind blowing. Nintendo has finally upgraded to the big freaking leagues compared to the Series S. I told y'all the Series S is not even touching the Switch 2. And then when you look at Cyberpunk and stuff like that, oh my god, dude. What? Man. I'm telling you guys, man, Nintendo is cooking, bro. I mean, if you even look at the gameplay, like this is Switch 2 gameplay. Like, look how good this looks.
That's right.
Look how good this looks.
All right, Blanca, come on.
Okay. Gotta get up there. Oh, no.
Oh, really?
There.
Bro, you can see like the attention to detail. Like, this looks crazy.
Oh, boy.
Like, this looks crazy.
So obviously in this mode, it's more of a party mode, I would say.
Yeah.
There we go. Definitely.
Anyone
Bro, this looks incredible.
Hey, you got this.
I can't believe. I literally cannot believe.
No. Oh, no, already.
That's all right. It doesn't mean.
All right, hey.
You're capping?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The damage you're doing here is also
I'm going
That doesn't look good
burn
to you.
calories.
That for the Switch too. That doesn't look good to you.
No.
There we go.
There we go.
That doesn't look good to you.
Getting excited.
Oh, punish counter.
Yeah.
Nice combo.
Bro, come on, man.
Oh.
That looks really good. All right, let me see. Okay, hold on.
This is looking pretty even though.
Hold on. Let me see if I can make it crisper for you guys. Let me see if I can make it more crisp for you guys. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay, Switch 2 is trash. Okay, whatever, bro. Don't buy it. Simple as that. Look at this right here. Look at this right here, bro. Look at this right here, bro. Look, bro. This is PS5. Pay attention to your screen. This is PS5. Okay? Look at this right here. What? Bro, almost touching the PS5. Literally almost looks better than the PS4. Bro, look at the Switch 2 right next to the PS5. Literally almost touching PS5. And people want to sit here and talk nonsense. Bro, looks way better than the PS4 and almost touching PS5. Look at that and tell me. And people over here talking nonsense. Oh yeah, Switch 1 is still better. Switch 1 is more powerful. And listen to me, man. Night and day. Literally night and day difference from PS4. People can get that PS4 nonsense out of here. What? Literally almost matching PlayStation 5. No freaking joke. Literally, if you look at all the images from PS4 to PS5, you can see the Switch 2 is superior to the PS4 and almost touching the PS5 in terms of image quality. Give Nintendo their flowers for $450. Man, forget about Digital Foundry, bro. We're doing our own analysis. Forget about, not everything Digital Foundry said out of their mouth is gospel. We gotta stop looking at Digital Foundry as our Lord and Savior. You understand what I'm saying? We got to stop it because Digital Foundry does not know every single freaking thing. There is a difference. I don't need Digital Foundry to tell me anything. Like, I can see it. I can do my own analysis for myself and see it for myself. Period. End of story. So you can see, like, bro, look at this, man. Look how good this looks. You can see every freaking thing on his face, on Ryu's face. Like, look at his face. Look at the hair on his face, like the attention to detail. Look at Chun-Li's face. Like, bro, come on. Like, y'all are, what? Man, this is really impressive stuff. Nintendo has finally, bro, have a really good system. Look at the PS4. Look how PS4 look washed out. Right? Look how PS4 look washed out. Look at PS5. And the Switch too. Almost neck and neck. Oh my goodness, bro. Come on, man. I'm so happy that Nintendo finally, bro, finally they got there, man, because you know what? I would have been fine if it was 1440p, but nah, bro, 4K. This is mind-blowing. 4 freaking K. We upgraded to the big leagues. Like if you look at Luke, all 3 pictures of Luke, and you can see, look at the PS4, how it just looks a little fuzzy. It's not as sharp, it's not as crisp. But if you look at the Switch 2 and the PS5, you could see the image quality. Like it's sharper, it's more crisp. Like you can see more detail on his face and all that. So make sure you go subscribe. I'll have a link into the channel. Analista. I'll have a link to Analista in the channel. Make sure you go subscribe. They do great work and stuff like that. Great work. Man, listen, bro. The Switch 2 is right there with the base PS5, bro. Right there with the base PS5. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. And I know some people are going to come up with excuses. Oh, Marlon, oh, you're this. Oh, you're just defending Nintendo. No, you can see it with your own 2 eyes. You can see it with your own 2 eyes. As much as I can see it, you can see it. Yeah, I saw that. We're going to talk about that too, King Xbox. We're going to talk about that. Cyberpunk. I saw Cyberpunk. Let's pull up Cyberpunk because I think some of y'all talking about Cyberpunk. Man, DLSS, bro. DLSS is really going to shape the future for the Switch 2, bro. A lot of these more graphical demanding games, like you guys have no idea, bro. Like I can't wait for the Switch 2, man. I can't wait to get it day one and play, unbox it, do a review on the channel for you guys. It's gonna shut down a lot of the haters, whatever they're saying, and we're just gonna show them the proof. And I have a base PS5. I'm gonna do comparisons all day long. Get ready, because I'm gonna be cranking out a lot of videos. Series X versus PS5 versus Switch 2. Get ready. It's going down. You know I'm good for it too. Stop wasting my time. Okay?
We will.
Kids can't pay $90 games. Come on, Marlon, talking out your butt. Stop talking dumb for once is okay, brother. Okay. You know what? I no comment. Let me. You know what? You know.
We will.
So you have $70 but not $90. Come on, please.
Yeah, this is unbelievable, bro. I can't. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord, help me. Okay. Okay, bro. So, yeah. Let me just read the super chat because he donated it. Let me just read it. And bro, Skillful deleted it. Okay. I guess you haven't been paying attention to my stream this whole time. All I'm going to say to that super chat, my brother, is I said that, yes, I do agree that the price is too expensive for the games and Nintendo should come down off the price. But that's not going to happen. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm not even going to respond to all of that stuff about kids paying $90 and... Okay. Let's get back to what's more important. I can't. Yeah. Okay. So, let's look at Cyberpunk. Okay? Yeah. I knew this was gonna happen, man. I knew it was gonna happen. I called it. I knew it was gonna happen. I was preparing myself because I knew that comment was gonna come up. Like, I was gonna see it pop up, and you know what? That's fine. You know, people are always gonna have something to say. So yeah, let's take a look at Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Wow. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. There is no way. Make sure you go subscribe to CYCU1. Make sure you go subscribe. Go subscribe to their channel. I'll have a link in the description to CYCU1. Make sure you go subscribe to them. Pay attention to this. Look at this. This is supposedly PS5 Pro. Okay. And then this is Switch 2. Bro, that looks amazing. PS5 Pro, Switch 2. PS5 Pro, Switch 2. Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy. I can't believe this can't be real. This cannot be real. Are you seeing this? This is freaking crazy. This is crazy. That's not bad. Like, that's really good. I mean, the fact that it's like, I mean, this looks really good. I mean, the lighting, the reflections and everything. But when you switch to the Switch 2, oh my God, like, it looks really good. Now, I don't know if this is with DLSS or this is just strictly running, but like, wow, dude, this looks really freaking good. I mean, I would like to see some like, bro, this looks good. This looks freaking good. Wow, dude. And that's the PS5 Pro. That's crazy. This can't be real, bro. This cannot be real at all. Like, this is no way. Wow. Wait, what? Bro, the lighting is better. The lighting is better. This is the base PS5. Look how washed out that looks. Like, it don't look, you know what I mean, as detail, right? And watch this. We go to the Switch 2. Look at that. Oh my God. What? Them RT cores and them Tensor cores, I'm telling you guys, that is crazy. That is crazy. Like, so you see in the Switch 2 basically looking better than the base PS5. That's freaking crazy. Like, I mean, this looks insane, bro. If this is legit, then I'm blown away by what the Switch 2 can do, bro. I am sold. I was already been sold. Listen, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know if you guys realize, like, Nintendo is finally here. Like, people are underestimating the power and capabilities of the Switch 2. Like, can you imagine if What? Are you kidding me? Are you out of your minds? y'all better give Nintendo their flowers. You hear me? Why am I saying that? For years, since 2020, since the release of Cyberpunk is always the game that people go to show you. Bro.
Switch 2 games are not $90. That's false US info.
Well, Life of Nintendo, they're basing it off of
Brother, thanks for not responding to foolishness.
Yeah, Rod, appreciate that. Yeah, they're basing it off of Mario Kart World, right? Obviously, $80 for the digital, $90 for the physical, right? And obviously not all the games are going to be $80 or $90 or whatever the case may be. Like, hey, they're going to be they're going to vary, because Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's $69. You know what I mean? So it's not across the board. But yo, back to the conversation, bro. What? Bro, look at this. Bro, are y'all seeing it? Bro, there's no way this is real. That's the PS5. Look how dull that looks. Look at the Switch 2. There's no way, dog. Look, no way. No way. I'm literally, bro, it's a night and day difference. It's a night and day difference. It's a night and day difference, bro. There's just no way this is real, bro. There's no freaking, well, hold on. Pause. There's no way this is real. That is insane. There's no way this is real. This is not like, this is no way this is real. Like, what? Oh my God. Oh my freaking God, dude. I am losing my mind right now. The level of detail and quality is crazy. Hold on. Just hold on to your seats, bro. Oh, God. Wow. Man, that cannot be, that cannot be real. Hold on. That is freaking crazy. Dog, I'm really impressed. I am really impressed. Like, what? Bro, wait, what? Bro, look at this. This is Switch 2, bro. This is Switch 2. Look at this. Oh my God, dude. I am blown away. Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch 2 impressed me, but it's the statement of the intent it means for Nintendo. Bro, look, bro, what? This is crazy, like how good this looks. This is crazy, like it's literally crazy. Wow, bro. Wow. I'm blown away. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, bro. What the wait, hold on. There's no freaking way, dude. There's no way. So this is a leak right here. Basically, Cyberpunk 2077 and Hogwarts Legacy both run at 30 FPS on a dock Switch 2. So Hogwarts runs at 4K 30 and isn't on par with PS5 and Series S and X version of the game graphically. There is a handheld mode at 1080p. The Nintendo guy. Okay, this is just a leak from 4 days ago. Hold on, bro. There's no way. Hold on. Wait. Hold up. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Nintendo World. Nintendo World, okay? Make sure y'all go subscribe to them. Bro, what the freak? For performance mode, gameplay, 4K HDR, portable mode. Are y'all seeing this? This is performance mode right now. Bro, that looks smooth. That looks smooth. What? Bro, you see how smooth that is? Oh my God, have mercy. Bro, do you see how smooth that is? What? Bro, do you see how smooth that is? Dog, that is running so smooth. Like, I know y'all see it. I know you freaking see it. Dude, look how smooth that is. Wow, bro. Wow. Wow. Look how smooth that is, bro. Like, bro, look how smooth that is. Oh my God. Just look at the smoothness. That's what I want y'all to look at. Look how smooth that is. That does not look bad. Considering how demanding this game is. Wow. Bro, that is well worth 500. Bro, where you gonna find, bro, where you gonna find, what device are you gonna find for $450 that's gonna run Cyberpunk like that? I'm waiting. What device are you going to buy that's going to make, that's going to run, that's going to freaking run Cyberpunk like that for $450? Base PS5? Okay. But what portable device? What portable device are you going to find that's going to, man, for $450? What portable device are you? I'm waiting. I'm not talking about console. I'm waiting. What portable? Steam Deck? Steam Deck ain't $450. Steam Deck? You guys laughing. PS Portal? PS Portal? What? Okay, y'all play too much. PS Portal? A streaming handheld, a remote player? That's all you got? A remote player? What's going to run Cyberpunk for $400 like that? $450. You know what? I quit. I freaking quit. I freaking quit. I might as well quit while I'm at it. Quit, Marlon, while you at it. I might as well quit. He said the MSI Claw AI Plus is capped at 1200p. These dudes complaining about resolution. Listen, bro, like, he said Marlon is a great salesman. What? Here we go now. Here we go. Bro, I got a Steam Deck. I got a Steam Deck right here. Listen, I have a Steam Deck. Don't get it twisted. The Steam Deck is by far one of the best handhelds ever made. Period. End of story. But this thing is severely underpowered. The Switch 2 walks all over the Steam Deck OLED. The Steam Deck itself. The Switch 2 is superior to the freaking Steam Deck. Come on, you know this. Does the Steam Deck have RT cores and Tensor cores? Can the Steam Deck do 4K 60? Does the Steam Deck have a 1080p 120 hertz screen? Come on, man. Come on. Let's come on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Marlon is a Nintendo brand ambassador. Oh, here we go. I freaking knew it. I knew when I start going full force back into Nintendo, I knew this was going to happen. Y'all going to pull the Nintendo brand ambassador card. I freaking knew it. Nintendo is paying him. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He's a Nintendo brand ambassador. Oh, yeah. Nintendo is paying him onto the table. Here we go. The console ain't even out yet. Here we go. Move on to the next topic, Marlon. Here we go. I knew it. Marlon, you put this on yourself. You knew they were going to come after you with this nonsense. You knew they were going to say you were a salesman. You knew they were going to say Nintendo is paying you and you're a Nintendo brand ambassador. You should already know this already, bro. Saw it coming a mile away. Should have paid attention, Marlon. You should have paid attention. You knew they was going to come after you. You know this already. Here he goes defending the Switch 2. Nobody's defending the Switch 2. I'm just really impressed at the fact that Nintendo has finally made it to the big leagues, finally made it to the 4K boys. And you know what's even more impressive? And another reason why Switch 2 games are so expensive? Think about what we're about to talk about right now. I bet y'all minds are going to be blown. You ready? You ready? Look at the screen right now. This has come from My Nintendo News. Pay attention to your screen. CD Projekt Red confirms 64 gig. 64 gigabyte is the max Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge capacity. That is freaking crazy. No wonder why it's so freaking expensive. Look at that. Look at that. 64 gigs. And I think Elden Ring is probably, with the DLC and everything, is probably going to be maxing out this cartridge, bro. 64 gigs. That's why the cartridges are so expensive. That's why Nintendo, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why the games are so freaking expensive, because it holds more data and it's faster. 64 gigs of capacity on the cartridge. That is freaking crazy. For a cartridge, you know it's more expensive. Y'all not even realizing what the heck is going on. It says one of the surprising announcements during the Nintendo Switch Direct presentation is that CD Projekt Red is fully on board with the Switch, with the system, and is bringing the new, well-received Cyberpunk 2077 to the platform. Many have been wondering how big the game cartridges are for the Nintendo Switch 2, and it seems as though the maximum storage space available for video games is 64 gigs, bro. Sit down and think about that, bro. Like, that's more than a lot of, bro. Whoa. 64 gigs. On top of that, which is the cartridge that Cyberpunk 2077 will be available on. How many other developers opt to use the more expensive cartridges remain to be seen. Bro, 64 gigs. That is crazy. Right? And how, bro, listen, I don't even know if you guys realize right now. I don't even know how you, man, Nintendo is out here. Like, Nintendo is out here. Like, bro. Bro, that's almost touching Blu-ray. Because Blu-ray ranges from like 60 to 100 gigs on Blu-ray. 64. Let that sink in. 64 gigs for a cartridge. That's really impressive. So not only these games are going to hold more, they're also going to be faster. Like the games are going to be loading faster. Man. Wow, bro. Wow. For a cartridge, bro. We're talking about cartridge. We're talking about cartridge. Like, that's really good. That's really impressive. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about like those ultra Blu-ray discs, they can go up to 100 gigs, but mainly they're like 50 gigs, right? Like a dual layer Blu-ray is literally like 50 gigs. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. 50 gigs for dual layer freaking Blu-ray. And you're talking about 64 gigs on a cartridge. A dual layered Blu-ray is 50 gigs. Wow, man. Y'all better give Nintendo their flowers, bro. Let's move on to the next topic. Y'all better give Nintendo their flowers. Like, this is... I knew the price, bro. That is freaking crazy, bro. Like, knew it. Let's go. Let's move on to the next topic. Now, I know this is probably going to be a bummer for some of you guys, right? But hey, it's okay. It's all good. We're talking about achievements. And I know a lot of you dudes want achievements. So let's go right here. It says right here, Nintendo Switch 2 won't have achievements. The Nintendo Switch 2 won't have achievements. That's according to Nintendo of America's Vice President of Player and Product, Bill Trenton. So, nope, he said. He says, in talking with Polygon, Trenton was asked straight up if the Nintendo Switch 2 would be the first Nintendo system to include the feature for its games. Trenton obviously responds, no. Nope. So no. Won't have any achievements. And that's okay with me. That's all right. Not everything needs to have achievements. So yeah, there you have it. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Hold on 1 second, guys.
10 toes down, I'm a ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'm a ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change.
Hey. Let me cut that nonsense out.
Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. Down on my ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'm a ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Yeah. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just engine.
Woo! Oh God. Oh God. Anyways, let's move on to our next topic. Ah, man. Okay, so did you guys enjoy the show? Did you guys enjoy the show? Hey. I gotta laugh, man. All the nonsense, bro. Like, I just gotta laugh, man, because, you know, like I said, man, all these people that's complaining and saying Switch 2 is trash, it's this, it's that, you're still gonna buy it. You're still gonna buy it. All these people are saying the games are too expensive. They're still gonna buy it for their kids. They're still gonna buy it. Mommy, Daddy, I want to Switch too. Are you gonna tell them no? You gonna give in. Or else you're gonna have problems on your hand. Boy, what's wrong with you? I want to Switch too. I want Cyberpunk. I want Mario Kart 8 World. Oh, not Mario Kart 8 World. I meant to say Mario World. I want Donkey Kong Bonanza. I want the Joycon. I want the camera, Daddy. I want I want everything. I want the whole shebang. I want extra Joy-Cons on top of it. I want everything, Dad. I want 12 months of membership. I want everything. I don't care. Or else my grades are going to drop. So, might as well just quit while you at it, man. Yeah. So, whatever. You know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, dog. Yeah, Switch 2. Yeah, garbage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll see when your kids start asking you, hey, Daddy, what's up on that Switch 2? What you mean, what's up on it? I want it for my birthday. I want it as a graduation gift. I'm just saying, man, all that rah-rah, going to have to give in. He said grades drop belt, right? Hey, man. Hey. I'm just, hey, y'all boys better realize, man, like, listen, you know, when your kids talking about they want Switch 2 and all this and that, you already know it's already happening right now. A lot of you parents, you know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Man, listen, man. Tell them no. No, you can't have it. Yeah, that's fine. But they still gonna bug you. You know how kids are. They're gonna keep bugging you. Daddy, come on, Daddy. Daddy, come on. It says, I'm gonna wait for the OLED. Ooh. Bro, OLED, let me tell you this right now. I'm gonna make a video. I have not made a video in a long time. I have not made a video in a long time about the Steam Deck OLED. I made a video, 2 videos actually on the Steam Deck OLED, maybe 3 on this channel, but I think it's time for me to update that video that I've done like when the Steam Deck first came out and then the OLED came out. Dog, I'm telling you right now, OLED is something that you cannot do without, bro. Like, as a gamer, like, to get the best colors, the best contrast, the blacks are blacks, just that rich contrast, like, man, OLED, like, it's just the technology to go with. Like, everybody wants it. And I'm telling you right now, when Nintendo comes out with the Switch 2 OLED, it's over. It's literally going to be over. And one of the greatest things about the Steam Deck OLED is the OLED. Like, obviously, yes, you can still play a lot of the games and stuff like that on there. And a lot of the games that are being shipped now have, Steam Deck preset. So it already has a Steam Deck preset. You just go, it's already there. So you don't have to twinker with any settings. But I'm telling you guys, like, the freaking OLED, man. Bro, like, so freaking good. So good. Oh yeah, Steam Deck OLED. This is this at the time when I got this was what was it again? It was 600? I forgot. Something like $600. Listen. Bro.
If GTA 6 was $100, people will still buy it even though they're complaining about it.
100%. 100%. Now listen, this is by far one of my favorite handheld device. Like straight up, like 100% Terminate J, 100%. This is by far one of my favorite handheld devices. And with the Switch 2 coming out, dog, I'm going to do comparisons with it. Like, the Steam Deck, bro, like, I can literally fire up, watch this. I can literally fire up Last of Us right now. Shouts to Sony. Look at this right here. Look how good that screen is, bro. And, like I said, look how crisp that screen is. You see that? You see how good that looks on that Steam Deck OLED? After all this time having the Steam Deck OLED, look how good this looks, bro. You know what I mean? You know how long? Look at this. Last of Us Part 2 running on the Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Obviously, 800p, but it still looks good. Look at that. Look at that OLED. This is why I say you can't do without OLED, man. Like, so freaking good. So good. You know what I mean? So believe me, look at the colors and the contrast. I wish Nintendo would have just gave us an OLED screen on the Switch 2, but 2 years later, they're going to do it. Like, straight up. Look how good this looks. This is why people want OLED, bro. Like, OLED is just, it's just the way to go, man. Look how good this looks. Let me see if my camera can focus. Look at that OLED screen. Like, OLED just brings it up, man. Like, so I feel people when they're like, listen, I feel people when they're like, yeah, you know what, OLED, yeah, 100%. Like, you kidding me? But dog, Metroid Prime 4, I don't care what nobody says about Metroid Prime 4. Yo, Metroid Prime 4 looks insane. Metroid Prime 4 looks insane. Some people are like, oh yeah, the graphics don't look that great. The graphics is trash. Okay, Wario just came out a while ago. Okay, bro, Metroid Prime 4 looks crazy good. Hold on, wait. Go back. What? Bro, Metroid Prime 4? Hold on, let me go back. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for the Switch 2, man.
There's a big battle happening right now.
Okay, here we go. Look how good this looks, man.
Join in on it.
Look how good this looks. Look how good this looks.
That's Samus's contribution to the air fry.
See there's a lot of action going on the ground.
Looking good for the
guy.
Federation here.
Bro, looks insane. CGI. Okay, hold on. CGI, you say?
Yeah, pretty familiar.
Okay, here we go.
From,
Pay attention.
first
Pay attention to
trailer
your
that
screen.
for Metroid
Here we
Prime
go.
4.
CGI.
But now we're gonna see
Look
a
how
little
good
bit
this
more.
looks, bro.
Of course,
CGI.
now we're about to go right behind
Look at
the
this.
visor.
This thing runs at 4K 60.
So I'm gonna
Docked.
play a little slower so everybody can kind of just
Look how good
take it
this
all
looks.
in, but I see a space pirate right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead. not let
really
that
incredible. Look at her visor, bro. Look at Samus' visor.
Where you've got,
Look at the raindrops on the visor.
You've got your reticle in the middle there. You can use that to lock on to
Oh
enemies
my
there.
God, come on, bro. Incredible.
Oh, what you doing still? Oh.
I can't wait.
Right,
the
so
music.
go ahead and do this. So one thing people should know,
CGI.
right now, I'm playing
He
with
talk.
these
Hey,
split
Jenna. He
Joy-Con
talking
2
about
styles. So I
CGI.
have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand.
Look how
And
good
I'm gonna
this
change it up
looks.
a little bit. A little bit further. We
Looks
get
out.
into
Look how
this.
incredible this
But
looks.
also you're playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So for anybody
looks
that
like
is
peak
watching
Halo
the stream,
3.
we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to see all the visuals in its very glorious, pristine, pretty graphics.
Samus, you made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact.
Man, I can't wait.
Coordinates now.
Looks like a PS4
So right now
game.
there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is
Oh,
trying to
Lord,
protect.
here we
Space
go.
Pirates,
Here-
led by Silence, is trying to take. So Samus
Here
is
we
gonna try
go.
to recover that and defend.
Here we
and
go.
Make sure that the Space Pirates don't take it. All right,
And
so
there's a
here's the
boss
area
fight.
map
Wait, we're
acquired.
getting up on a boss fight. Let me see if we can get to that boss fight.
So here's my current position, and I want to make it all the way here.
To that big dome area.
Yeah.
There's a boss fight. Look at this boss fight. Look at this.
4K
Oh
to 60
my
frames
God,
per second. There will be another mode, which is called Performance Mode, which will run at
Watch all of the
120
footage on
frames
Metroid
per
Prime
second
4
at
until the end. I
1080p.
just want you
So you can
to
kind
watch
of
the
choose for
whole
yourself if you want to
phenomenon
focus
because
on the
there's also a
resolution
boss
and that
fight
image
as well.
quality.
Oh yeah, there's a
or
boss
the
fight right here,
performance, like
McShawn.
the high frame rate.
Buttery
Thank you so much for the
yeah.
5. I appreciate it.
All
Look
right,
at this,
so here's our
man.
first
Nintendo, I've seen
ADDRESSABLE.
all I need
And
to.
you're gonna see something
Just tell me
that,
where I
is
can
gonna be
pre-order it.
unique
I know,
that we haven't
Skillful.
really seen before.
Look how good this
Watch out, it's
looks.
a Metroid!
Oh my
Like
God.
normally a Metroid, normally defeating an enemy right there on spot. This one is actually
Wow.
combining with this enemy, powering it up.
Hey man, if
That
people
is
don't want to
interesting.
buy it,
Yeah,
that's
I think
fine,
we've
man.
seen
This
before
looks
Metroids
incredible.
Fusing with
Yeah.
other beings.
This looks
So it's fascinating.
incredible.
I think you got your work cut out for you.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
no
Don't
pressure,
buy
no
it. Don't buy it.
pressure,
It's okay.
four-pack.
All right, so I'm gonna lock on a little bit here, just get my bearings. So what we're seeing here is there's gonna be a couple of weak spots. Ow, I jumped way too slow there. All right. No, I'm not gonna let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points. There's gonna be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw them at me, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Abrax can shield it with his arm.
Day one
but
buy
you
for
can
me.
Also put this kind of yellow shield over those areas as well, so you have to bide your time before you're able to shoot it.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never going to have all of those weak points exposed to this.
Oh,
Day one buy for me.
all right, I'm gonna shoot these. You can. dodge
That's
them, but it's
day
better to
one
shoot
buy
them
for
just
me.
To get some health back, I'm gonna absorb them.
Or even missile replenishment. That'll be handy. But as you can see, like
Day one buy for me.
because shooting missiles, you can see the deflect of the missiles like going off.
There we go. There we go. Now it's gonna open up the main weak spot here. I'm gonna try to get as many shots off as I can. He's gonna try to hunt me down with that. Oh,
Hey,
I thought I
Get
Skillful.
him in the belly.
How many Switch 2s are you gonna buy, Skillful?
Used to dodge that attack is the strafing one, where if you're locked
There we
on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other laterally to avoid some of those attacks.
There we go.
Or you can get real up close. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
No, it'll try to grab me, so I'm trying not to do that. All right, so pretty good shots here coming out. Oh, no.
We can see the Abrax's health bar there at the top too. So
Michael Peer, you already know. Oh, yo,
Pretty beefy boy.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong, bro. Donkey Kong looks nuts, bro. Donkey Kong looks nuts, bro. If any of you guys are 80s babies, like you grew up in the 90s, bro, then Donkey Kong looks incredible. You hear me? Look at Donkey Kong. Bro, I'm so happy to be alive to see this, man. Grew up on Donkey Kong and stuff like that. Donkey Kong 64, Donkey Kong Country. Man, people over here complaining. Oh, man, look how good this looks, bro. What? Look how colorful. Look at the detail.
Buzzoids hanging
Look
out
how good
here,
this
and they were
looks.
throwing chunks at you, which is not
Tropical
very fun.
freeze. You know what I mean? Look how good this looks, man.
There you go.
Wow, and he took out
Wow,
a
dude.
piece of the terrain with him.
If
I
you're
like that because
80s
it shows
baby,
that all
then
these
you
enemies
know
can
what it
also,
is, bro.
Deform the terrain around.
Look how
you.
good
That
this
is a
looks.
giant chunk of stone you've got there.
Like that.
Really helpful. Did you punch
Marlon
upwards?
making
sure did.
think
Oh my
about getting the Switch 2 now.
So good.
Wait. Let me see in the chat right now. If you think that I'm trying to get you to buy a Switch 2, let me see. I want to see the chat right now because Krim just said Marlon is making me think about getting a Switch 2. Oh, Lord, here we freaking go. I'm never going to hear the end of this. Oh, he's getting paid by Nintendo. Oh, he this. Oh, I tell you, he's a brand ambassador. Oh, Marlon is the greatest salesman there is. Nah, bro. I'm just a diehard gamer. That's all it is. I just love Nintendo. I love gaming. I love PlayStation. I love Xbox. I love PC. I love handheld gaming. But hey. Hey,
Last
man.
The entire level if you want.
Here's the, okay. So since
I'm
holding
just
this
trying to show
convenient
y'all,
giant
man.
chunk of stone, this
He
concrete
said you
slab
are.
here, is actually too tough for DK to punch right through on his own. So I'll need to pick up this chunk of stone. You can
They
see how
saying
this material interacts
Cyberpunk
with
on
each other.
Switch 2 only took
Wow, it's
7
even
weeks
too
to
strong for
what?
stone.
Chunk off the wall there.
No, they said Cyberpunk took 7 weeks to port. That's crazy, bro.
It
Look
did
how
do some
good this
damage,
looks,
though.
though. Look at the
Gonna
damages.
take one more. Here we go.
I need to get to
There
a
we
boss
go.
fight.
Trick. Good job, DK.
That was
I can't wait to
satisfying.
play this day one. I need to get to a boss fight.
Convenient little
Bro, look
door
how
here to
good
push
this
through, and
looks,
got a
man.
fossil hitting on the other side of it. So yeah, you really have to explore every part of these layers.
Bro,
and
this
levels.
looks
Their collectibles
crazy.
can be
I need to get to a
everywhere.
boss
You
fight.
can see how
Hold on. I need to get to a boss. Man, look how. Bro, look at his fur, bro.
You have to exasperate him like that.
Look at the actual
it's
fur. Like, oh my. You see
know,
the
he's
fur
probably
on
got a big,
Donkey
long
Kong?
rant waiting for me, so I don't know that I want to sit through all
You
that.
see how good this
we got
looks?
things to do. We
But
got
I-
bananas
yeah.
to find.
I will.
It said devs third party say
to
that
see
Switch
Cranky
2
Kong.
is
Kind
easy
of
to
peer
develop for.
holders.
Wow.
All right, so now we can go over here.
PlayStation needs you on their sales team, lol.
I said PlayStation needs me on their sales team. Oh, hey, don't talk like that because they might hire you, boy. You know what I mean? They might hire you, boy. So don't talk like that, Michael Pear. Don't talk like that. Look at the water and everything. Listen. Bro, if what we're hearing is anything to go by, they're saying developers are saying that the Switch 2 is easy to develop for. Do you know what this means for third-party support? Call of Duty, I don't even know if y'all realize, Call of Duty is going to be day one on Switch starting this year. Switch 2 this year. You remember that Microsoft signed that 10-year contract with Nintendo? I don't even think y'all remember that. Call of Duty moving forward will be on Switch 2. And a lot of you guys who are or inspiring developers or whatever the case may be, you guys will remember at the start of this generation how developers were praising the PS5 for it being so easy to develop for. And the easier it is for developers to code and develop their games, the better the support is going to be. Oh my God, I cannot wait. You guys better buckle up. You guys better buckle up. What's going on, Stevens? Welcome to the stream. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new.
Yes.
We're looking at Donkey Kong Bonanza right now for the Switch.
Like I said,
2.
you pretty much leave your mark
And
everywhere you go.
my
in this
God,
game.
dude, this looks incredible.
Hop up here, take a look. What's
Bro, look how good this looks. Look at the
We'll
water.
hop into this big barrel cannon, blast our way back up.
Oh
keep
my
going a little bit
God, this looks insane, dude.
And we're making our way back. Here we are.
Bro! Wait. Hold on. Guys. Did you see how fast? He said, were you able to pre-register for the Switch 2 bundle registered on my my Nintendo account? No. Guys, hold on just a second. You said, were you surprised that Cyberpunk 2077 fits completely on the cards, no download required? Bro, I'm blown away. Listen. Guys, do I have your attention real quick? Guys, did you see how fast Skillful. Were you guys paying attention how fast the loading was? Did you see how fast that loading screen was on Donkey Kong on the Switch 2? Nah, y'all boys ain't even paying attention. You are not ready. You see how fast that was? Nah, y'all boys, there's no way, bro. There's no way. Hold on. Pay attention to your screen right now. He said, this is the best Nintendo salesman. Bro, look at this. I want y'all to pay attention to how fast the game loaded. Watch this.
Big barrel cannon blast our way back up.
Watch this.
And keep going in the lagoon layer.
And we're making our way back.
What?
Here we are.
That is insane. Did you see that?
Things are cleverly designed.
A whole nother level.
This layer again.
Literally a whole nother level loaded, bro. That was what, like,
They're back.
They're back.
maybe close to 5 seconds.
So now
What?
we'll finally make. Oh no! You followed me. Get away!
Bro. You said glazing 1-on-1. How am I glazing? Did you not see how fast that was? Oh my God, bro. Oh, whatever. So now I'm glazing now. Wow. Okay, that's all right. I still love you though, Solo One. I still love you though. That's all right. I'm glazing. Okay, cool. Okay, brother. Okay. It says the Switch 2 is the best console Nintendo has ever made. GTA 6 will look crazy good, especially 4K 120 mode on top of that. That is super portable, bro. Yo,
spin it.
Listen, man.
Get away.
See, I would be running away
man.
at this point if I was them.
I should have left
DK
one.
does not run.
I left one. Could have. I don't know. More of you.
Bro, look how good this
does
looks,
not
though.
run.
Man.
DK does.
Oh my God. Look at the water, man.
away.
Look at
Like he's
what?
wearing concrete on the outside.
Bro, look how good this
destroy
You're not going
looks.
to be able to punch him.
Haha.
I'm not sure the mud.
Oh my God.
I'm not
Way
gonna be-
down, it's way
Since
down.
I did concrete, I can't really make a dent myself, so I'm
However,
gonna have to rely on.
oh
No! Really bad.
no.
Hey, bud.
There we go.
Yeah. Let me take care of
Still
him real
there.
quick. Take his shiny key.
Bro, look at the wow.
That was just an inch closer to the boom rock.
Don't act like y'all don't love DK, bro. Don't act like y'all don't love DK. Like, bro, what? He said, bro, you have a bunch of Sony ponies in here, bro. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your breath on them. Dog, that look, I'm sorry, Nintendo, I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away. Like, if you're telling me that you're not impressed, then fine, that's all right. But
Cannot wait. To
bro,
do
look
that
at
in the
night and
Nintendo
day
Switch 2 edition,
difference.
just to-
Look at this. Night and day difference. Are y'all seeing this?
When I played Breath of the
Night
Wild,
and
one of the
day
first things I did
difference.
actually was to run up to the top of a nearby mountain.
Look
and
at
just
that.
watch the sunset.
Night
and I
and
cannot
day
wait to do
difference.
that in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, just to see how pretty it is.
Oh my God. Look how much
The-
more
the light,
smoother
like the
that is.
details on the individual blades of grass there as you go
my
through.
God.
Boats in the air.
Night and day difference. Like the lighting, the reflections, the sharpness, like the how much more smoother it is. Like what?
Oh yeah, you're right. I see those.
my
Yeah.
God, bro.
It's really, really gorgeous.
Oh, I never noticed that before. That's
Well, the
Washed
other thing
out
that
looking
we haven't
mess on the
seen in
Switch
this
1.
side-by-side comparison,
He said,
but,
bro, Breath of the
even
Wild
opening
and Tears of the
menus
Kingdom,
and
bro,
switching
I
between
can't
the
wait.
different
I can't
custom
wait.
menus
I
is
can't
a
wait
lot
to Dragon
smoother
King. I
and
cannot
quicker,
freaking wait.
in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition
I can't wait.
when you compare it to the old version. So,
Bro, look at the
and we'll have a
water.
chance to check that out in just a little
Guys,
bit
look
when
at
we
the
get-
water.
So. Yeah, and we'll have a chance to check that out in just a little
Hold
bit.
on.
when we get into
Bro,
Tears
did you
of the
see?
Kingdom.
Look how ugly that looks on the Switch 1.
Right.
All that
And the difference here
nonsense
just-
people were
Quick
talking about.
panorama.
Bro, look how
Yep.
look at this. Look how much better this looks. Oh my goodness. Talking about Switch is
You know,
better.
he's hanging out. in the
Kidding me,
forest
man?
because- Right to the old version.
Look at the
so-
go back a little
The
bit.
menus is a lot smoother and quicker.
Wii
in the
U
Nintendo
is
Switch 2
bro, look at the water. on the Switch 2. Like,
when you compare it
it's
to the
a
old
lot more clear. You can see the ripple effects.
versions.
Oh
and
my
we'll have a
God,
chance to check that
dude.
out in just a little bit when we
Come
get
on,
into
man.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Look how foggy that looks
And the difference here
on the
is-
Quick
Switch.
panorama. Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I mean, you know, he's hanging out in the forest because that's why wouldn't you? Like,
Why wouldn't
want to
you?
just be hanging out in a peaceful forest where everything is
Bro, this
lovely
looks so
and there's
freaking
little
good,
corals.
Listening
bro.
to that music.
Bro, what?
All right.
All right, so we're gonna switch now into.
You say Tom really said he
Tears of
gonna
the
be here
Kingdom,
for the
Nintendo
unboxing and the
Switch 2
setup on the
edition.
channel.
I'm standing here.
yeah, bro.
On the Great Sky Island.
What?
You can just see.
What? You got to be kidding me? What? Bro, look at that transition. Look how much better that looks. Do you see how?
Sky Island.
Do you see this?
And you can-
What? You got to be kidding me. No. Bro, it looked like they're playing it on PC. 1,000 times better. Talking about Switch 1. Bro, do you see this?
Now into Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I'm standing here.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Pay attention to what she's saying. She said, bro, maybe Nintendo will do a remake of Twilight Princess in 4K. Oh, boy, I'll buy that day one. Dog, pay attention to this, guys.
On the Great
Oh
Sky
my God.
Island.
What?
You can just see the beautiful Temple of Time in the distance. But we're not gonna stay
Dog, this
here.
looks
I'm gonna go ahead.
insane. Are you
Yeah, we're not here
kidding
for
me?
long. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my glide suit because we're gonna go skydiving.
Are
here.
you
Super-
freaking
super
kidding
sharp
me?
there. We got to see that.
Look how much better this
Oh,
looks.
yeah. You'll see it.
What?
Here we go. So I'm actually gonna jump and go directly into that chasm down there.
Oh my
From the
long
sky
fall.
Yeah.
into
God,
the depths
dude.
in one go.
while
Bro,
you're
look
doing
how
that,
what?
I'm
Are you paying attention to what I'm looking at? Oh my God, have mercy. Boy, y'all better wake up. Hit that like button for your boy. Guys, are you paying attention to what I am showing you right now? Do you see how much better this look than the Switch? Nah, y'all boys not paying attention.
I'm gonna do a really quick rundown on
Oh
just what we're
my
gonna be touching on in
God.
Zelda notes. So we're gonna be speaking to
My
voice
God.
memories, the navigation, my play data, global play data, daily bonus, photo studio. item
My
sharing, and
God.
auto sharing. So almost every.
A lot.
almost
There's a lot
every
to
note.
cover.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got a lot of grounds to cover.
And if you missed that in the direct, the
Bro,
Zelda notes,
if anybody's gonna look at this and tell me that it's not impressive, you know what? Let them hate. Let them hate. Let them say whatever they want to say. I don't care. Oh my God.
this is a
Oh
service
my
that's part
God.
of the Nintendo Switch app, and it's designed to be used with
My
both
God.
both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch
both of
2
them.
edition.
Yep, that's right.
I'm just gonna speed up down this.
Bro, this
Chasm
looks
here.
amazing. Look, bro, look at the draw distance.
Look at that. We are
Wow.
already
The glide
here.
suit.
Look how
Up
much
that
better
landing.
this
And the
looks.
transition was super fast.
So fast, so
Oh.
smooth. It just feels really good. Everything feels like the controls are reacting.
You hear what the girl just said? It's so fast and so smooth. Pause. What the
quicker.
heck?
It's very intuitive.
All right,
All right.
so let's
Bro.
hop into Zelda notes. Let's take a look at some of these
Bro,
features.
you know how
We're
many?
gonna-
Let me pause. Listen, all the hate that the Switch 2 is getting, bro. Let me tell you this right now. At the end of this generation, Nintendo is going to move well over 100 million units. Well over 100 million units of the Switch 2. Bro, my God. The jump from Switch 1 to Switch 2, it's insane. It's night and day. It's like from PS5 to PS5 Pro. Like literally, like some of the games, if you look at Assassin's Creed Shadows, if you look at Final Fantasy VII remake, night and freaking day, a whole generational leap. If you look at Assassin's Creed Shadows on the base PS5 and look at it on the Pro, what? Are you out of your freaking mind? And you're looking at it right now on the Switch 2, faster. Oh my, smooth. The graphics is so crisp, sharp, more detail. Smooth, buttery, freaking smooth. What? Are you out of your minds? Stop playing, man. What?
I'm going to start with navigation here. So if we look at the app screen, this is the home screen.
It's over, dog.
Within
It's
the
over.
Nintendo Switch app. So we see navigation at the top in the middle
My
there.
God.
So I'm going to tap that and open it up.
What an
we're
what
down
an
in the depths, so I'm
experience.
going to hop down there. So this is basically like your own personal Hyrule GPS. So
My God,
we got our
bro.
categories
I
of
can't
different
wait.
points
I
of
can't
interest
wait,
here.
bro.
You see
There's
you got,
so many.
there's a ton. We got locations here.
I
we got
cannot
shrines,
wait.
towers, villages, buildings,
Bro,
all kinds of stuff.
the Switch 2 hardware is like it's like next level. I don't even know if you realize right now. We've been waiting. Let me preach a sermon to you guys right now, because y'all don't even understand. Y'all need to say amen right now, because listen, we've been waiting since the NES for stuff like this. We've been waiting since the Super Nintendo for stuff like this. We've been waiting since the GameCube for stuff like this. We've been waiting since N64 blocky graphics. We've been waiting since the Wii. We've been waiting since the Nintendo Switch. We've been waiting for a very long time for that 4K bacon, for that extra crispiness, for that smooth butterness. And now it's happening. Now you got your tensor cores. Now you got your ray tracing cores. And it looks so good. Say amen. Amen. Amen.
we're interested in right now is enemies. So we decided we were going to go on a frox hunting expedition here. So we've got froxes selected here.
Bro.
And what that's going to do
look
is
how
it's going
you can't tell me this don't look good.
Of every single frox
What?
on the
Yeah,
map.
look at that.
And we can see
Quite
there's
a
one
few.
There's
not
one pretty
too
close to
far
us.
Bro.
from here, right there. So I'm going to
You
highlight
got
this
to
one.
be
Also
kidding
see
me, bro.
how
You got to be.
Link's
You
location
can't
is
tell me
updating
this
in
don't
real
look good.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
You
On
can't
the
tell me
map,
this
every couple
don't look
seconds we get
good.
a new, like an update. I'm going to activate the
Oh
voice guidance.
my God.
So that is going to guide us
Guidance
to that
activated.
frox. in
Bro,
real
look
time.
at the look at the tree root. Look at the tree root. I can literally count the amount of oh my God. You can make out the grass. You can make out every strand of grass. Everything is so sharp and deep. What? Switch is not even close. He said Xbox King Xbox says preach, start your church. Bro, you see that, bro. Oh my
All right,
God,
so you're gonna
dude.
head
Southwest. Okay. This
Wow,
is Southwest.
man.
This direction.
Bro, look at this. Look at
Another
the.
thing I want to say while Kay
Bro.
is getting in here is that
What?
regarding, item box, you can send
I quit.
10 items
I
a day,
freaking quit.
To basically treat it as extra
I quit.
storage, so
Bro, look at the
wanting that works really well.
explosions.
Have the ability to do so.
And you can
Oh
even transfer
my
items
God, have
between
mercy,
Breath of the
bro.
Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You can send them between games to yourself.
Yeah,
So
which
if you
is
got like a huge
amazing.
stash of diamonds
Oh
or whatever
my
in one
God,
game,
have
then
mercy,
you can
bro.
transfer
Hook
that to
yourself
yourself.
up.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
It's not
Wow.
always one-to-one because the items aren't exactly
Wow,
the same.
dude.
But you might get like a rough.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
much freaking
Schematic
better.
or
Look how
whatever
good
they
this
want. Yeah.
looks.
So easy. Like you don't even
Look at this. Look
a
how
flying
look,
vehicle.
what?
And I asked
Yes.
Dutch.
Look at the pixel density. Look how sharp and crisp that looks. This stuff is crazy next level. What? Man, y'all better wake up and realize and recognize what the heck is going on.
Before
What?
this, to create something
Oh my
that
God,
flies.
bro.
And I didn't give him many boundaries.
No parameters,
Or
yeah,
parameters.
just-
I just
Yeah.
said, build me a flying machine.
And I thought long and hard
My
about
God.
it.
So we have the
My
QR
God,
code
dude.
here from what Dutch
Wow,
made.
dude.
And so we'll show you how to scan a QR code to import
Wow,
the
dude,
schematic
that looks
into your own
amazing.
Autobolt sharing
That
bank.
Yeah, so
oh
here
my
on-
good, bro, my God, my God,
Is
my
that we
God.
are gonna,
Yeah,
We're
we-
gonna
Master,
be getting
whoa!
into
This
voice-
is what I wanted to see. The master hand, moving around the master hand. So moving around the master hand, I wanted to see the frames. I wanted to see the frames because this was struggling on the regular Switch. So I wanted to see the frames moving around the master hand.
Settle for
Okay, watch this.
bird meat.
That's
Look how smooth that is.
kind of terrifying.
What?
Like, why would- okay.
I have mixed feelings on this, but
If it
Do you
flies,
see how
I
smooth
mean,
this
the
is?
eyes, the eyes are great.
Understood the
Yeah,
assignment.
I
Okay.
did design a for vertical takeoff. So yeah.
It's
Okay,
over.
while
It's
I
it's
keep this
over.
in the right position.
The
It's
navigation.
over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
set navigation up for the.
Look how smooth the performance is, bro. Gassing up pixels. It's not about pixels. It's about how much better the game looks and plays and the performance of the game. Look how smooth that is. For those of you who have played Tears of the Kingdom and finish it, remember when you had the master hand and you would move around stuff and trying to build stuff on the Switch 1 and how the frames were dropping? Do you see how smooth this is? I quit. And y'all, wow.
Areas that we are gonna.
Yeah.
We're
Come
going to be
on,
getting
man.
into
Come on.
voice
Y'all remember how-
memories, and
Wow,
Dutch
I'm
is
done.
just going to navigate us.
Yeah, we're gonna take it way back, all the way to the Temple of Time.
Wow,
on the Great
dude.
Plateau.
All right.
I
And
can't
we got a
wait, dude.
surprise
I
waiting
can't
for
wait.
us
I've
there.
been waiting
So
for
activate
this.
this, and then
Guidance
Kendra, you can
Yes.
Let's go.
talk about what we're
Vertical
gonna find.
Yeah,
Got to be
so-
kidding
oh my
me,
goodness.
dog.
So as you saw the question
Look
marks,
how
this allows
smooth
you
that
also when
is.
you are able to turn it into
Oh,
basically a
come
spoiler-free
on,
mode
dude.
so that
Come
you
on.
can see, oh, there are things for me to go check out. but I don't know what
400.
they-
Somebody help. Somebody help me. $450 freaking dollars. $450. And bro, it's a generational leap. It's a generational leap over the Switch. Not even close. Man, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is like a night and day difference. It ain't about graphics. Look how smooth the game, look how fast the games are loading. Like, look how much more detailed the world is. What? For $450? What? Bro, this is just the beginning. It says, given what might be inside the hardware, it might be impressive, but the specs from Switch 1 is PS3 levels. Bro. Listen, man. Listen. Okay. Let me just say this though. Let me just say this. You guys have to remember, first of all, the Switch 2 is a 10th generation console, right? From Nintendo. Nintendo could have easily said, you know what? 1080p 120, 1440p 60 dock. And people will still buy it. The fact that Nintendo has moved up and migrated to 4K at 60 frames per second with HDR, what? For $450. Think about what I'm saying right now. Bro. And you have VRR on top of that. What? He said Cyberpunk is way better on the... Of course it's going to look better on the Pro, bro. The Pro is almost double the price. Well, not double the price, but it's way more than the Switch. The Pro is almost $800. So, of course, the Pro is going to be the better, superior, more powerful console. We already know this already. We're not even comparing it to PS5 Pro. Dog, what? Man, not even ROG Ally X. Listen, bro, y'all need to stop. Bro, I love you guys, man. I love when we have these debates. You guys are out of your minds. I love y'all, I really do. But sometimes I think y'all not realizing, bro, this is Nintendo. We're not talking about Xbox, none of that. We're talking about Nintendo. You hear me? You don't even have to play Cyberpunk on the Switch 2 if you don't want to. First of all, Cyberpunk is an older game, but it's still really impressive for Nintendo standards. I don't even know if you guys realize what I am saying right now. I don't even know if you guys realize what I'm saying. I need y'all to pay attention to what I'm showing y'all right now. Okay? I'm going to show y'all boys something. Pay attention to your screen. I'm going to show y'all something. Okay? Look at your screen now. Look at your screen. Hold on. Okay. Look at this. ROG Ally X. ROG Ally X. The price is more than a PlayStation 5 Pro. And the Switch 2 blows this out of the water for $450. And you can play this thing dock. It comes with the dock at 4K 60. This cannot do 4K 60. This cannot do 4K 60 without an eGPU. You understand what I'm saying? Said the problem with the PS5 Pro, you can't take it on the go and no exclusive games that you can only play on that console. Guys, it's also a PC, yes, but it's still a gaming handheld. It's a PC, yes, but it's a gaming handheld. It's classified as a gaming handheld. You hear me? A gaming handheld. It's a handheld PC, but it's classified as a gaming handheld. $800. You're talking about $450 freaking dollars. And you're able to get 4K 60. This cannot do that. You hear me? Come on, guys. You are out of your minds. You are out of your minds. Look at these handhelds. None of the Switch 2 smoke all of this. All the Switch 2 smokes all of this. Look at this. $750. Sweet Tooth, thank you for subscribing. $750. And guess what? I had all these handhelds. Legion Go. You have to turn down the resolution. You cannot play this. You cannot play all the games at 1600p on a Legion Go. You cannot. You cannot. And it can't do 4K 60. So you're getting a deal with the Switch 2. Look at this, $820. Are you guys realizing what you're talking about? $829. And none of these handhelds can do 4K 60. They cannot. So for a game, and these are PCs, these are handheld PCs, but they're marketed as gaming handheld PCs. And they cannot do 4K 60. They can't do what the Switch 2 is doing. Cannot. So I'm trying to tell you, for $400, bro, y'all tripping. For $400, look at this mess here. Look at this. $1,000 freaking dollars. $1,000 for this. And the Switch 2 walks all over this. Come on, guys. $450 worth every freaking penny. And we're talking about Nintendo. Nintendo got some of the best exclusives in the world. You can say, just like me, how I've graduated from Mario games and Pokemon and stuff like that. But yo, like, look at the leap. Look at the jump. A lot of the games that I stopped playing on the Switch, I can play them now and finish them on the Switch too, because of the performance issues that we were having with the Switch, because the Switch hardware was so dated. What? Are you out of your minds? Bro.
Yes, we will.
Switch 2 smoke them on dock mode only, bro.
Bro. And even in handheld mode, it's still smoke them. Because a lot of these handhelds can't play a lot of these AAA games. without lowering I'm telling you, because I had the RG LIX, the Legion Go, all that stuff I had. And you had to lower the resolution to 800p to get a lot of these games running. So even in handheld mode, the Switch 2 still smoke all these freaking handhelds. Okay. Bro. And then, bro, what? 400? Y'all boys, y'all something else. What? Bro, for $450? $450? $450. Oh, man. Wow, dude. Oh, my God. A powerhouse. A hybrid. Nintendo is the only one. Nintendo is the only one. Look at that. $80 freaking Mario Kart World. $80. Freaking $80 freaking dollars. No joke. Right? 400 and if you get the you're getting y'all don't even realize how good y'all got it, right? Obviously before the tariffs and all that. This is one heck of a deal. You're getting Mario Kart World, a game that's retailing for $80 freaking dollars. $80 freaking dollars. Are you hearing what I'm saying? An $80 game bundled with the console for $50 more. You're getting an $80 game for $50 freaking dollars. Bundled with the console for $500. What? Oh my God. $30 off. Tell me, before the tariffs and all this stuff, tell me that's not a freaking deal. If it wasn't for the tariffs and all this, you're getting a freaking deal with that bundle. You're getting that game. You're getting Mario Kart World for $50 more. Just that's it. If you buy that bundle, $50. You're getting an $80 game for $50. Bro. An $80 game for $50 with taxes, that's $550. $550, almost $560. That's a freaking deal. Are y'all paying attention? With taxes, that's $550. My God. Bro, listen, man. He said reach out to Wario. Reach out to Nintendo as Wario. Bro, $550. I don't even know if y'all realize. Most people are just sitting here complaining. Listen, you're getting an insane deal for $500. 4K 60 when dock, ray tracing cores, tensor cores, better cartridge, faster load times, better graphics, better online infrastructure. What? Oh my, whatever, bro. Whatever. Y'all can keep hating, keep complaining. You don't even realize everything is so freaking expensive right now. And you don't even realize.
LIX has 8.6 flops in handheld mode. Switch 2 has 3.8 in docked. Plus LIX has HDMI for 4K. Why do you have to lie to make the Switch look good?
Okay. Why do I have to lie to make the Switch 2 look good? Okay. Don't you get it by now, King? I mean, Knight? Knight, don't you get it by now that teraflops means nothing when it comes to real world performance? Can the ROG Ally X, since we're going down this road, can the ROG Ally X do 4K 60? I have a dock right here for my ROG Ally X, right here, for my ROG Ally X. I am telling you, as someone that owns the ROG Ally X, it cannot do 4K 60 when docked. Are you freaking kidding me? That 8.6 teraflops means nothing because you cannot do 4K at 60 frames per second. You cannot play any game at 4K 60 on that iGPU. You cannot. Are you serious right now? Freaking ROG Ally X is struggling to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Are you kidding me right now? Can't even play Monster Hunter Wilds at 60 frames. Struggling without a iGPU. Really want to do this? Not even freaking close. Struggling to run a lot of these modern games. Old freaking crusty Z1 Extreme chip from almost 3 years ago. Really? 8.6 teraflops, and it can't do 4K 60 when docked. It cannot. You will need a eGPU via USB 4, which is a whole different animal and a whole different beast. What? Can't handle it. It can't. A lot of the times I have the freaking Ally X, I have to turn down settings. You can't even play at 1080p with most of the games. Are you really doing this? Not even close, bro. Not even close. You have to lower the settings from 1080p to 720p to get a lot of these more demanding games. Can't do it. It can't run it. I am telling you. Without a eGPU, you're going to need a GPU. Okay? You're going to need a power supply. You're going to need a PCIe. Let me stop. Not even freaking close. Not even close. And you already seen what the Switch 2 is doing already. You've seen what the Switch 2 is doing. What? Bro, come on. ROG Ally X. First of all, the ROG Ally X is way more expensive. Almost double the price. Are you kidding me? Almost double the price. You're talking about 800. Bro, stop the cap. Are we really doing this right now? Oh, what? Dog. Are we doing this? Are we really doing this right now? Look how much this crap is. Look, double the price. Literally double the price of the Switch 2. Knight. Are we doing this, bro? Double the price, and it can't even do what the Switch 2 is doing. The Switch 2 is offering you 4K 60, right? It's offering you 10 times more of the performance of the Switch. You have more ray tracing cores. You have ray tracing cores, tensor cores, all this stuff. Double the price. Literally double the price of the Switch. Bro, you can buy 2 Switch 2s. You can literally double the price of 2 Switch 2s with this. You can literally buy 2 Switch 2s for the price. 2 Switch 2s. $900. Think about what I'm saying. $900. Come on, bro. What? You can't even play half the games at full 1080p. Most of the games you have to lower the settings. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, Knight. 8.6 teraflops. Bro, I will buy a Switch 2. If I could do it all over again, I will buy a Switch 2 any day, anytime, any occasion over a ROG Ally X. Any day of the week, I will buy a Switch 2 in a heartbeat over a. Are you kidding me? I will buy a Switch 2 over a ROG Ally X in a drop of a hat. $450, and you're spending far way more for a PC handheld that can't even game at 4K 60. Okay. Okay, dog. Okay. Let I remind you. Let I remind you. Okay? Pay attention. The Nintendo Switch 2 unveil on April 2nd takes performance to the next level, powered by a custom NVIDIA processor featuring NVIDIA GPU with dedicated RT cores and Tensor cores. Okay? Does ROG Ally X got that? Come on, bro. The new console enables up to 4K gaming in TV mode and up to 120 frames per second at 1080p in handheld, right? So you have high dynamic range. Does ROG Ally X have HDR? No, it does not. No, it does not. Okay? All right, come down here again. Look at this. With 10 times, look at this, pay attention. 10 times the graphics performance of the Nintendo, bro, 10 times the graphics performance of the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch 2 delivers smoother gameplay and sharper visuals, which we are seeing right here. They're not lying. You're seeing it with your own two eyes. Talking about ROG Ally X. What? Bro, listen. ROG Ally X can't touch this, bro, without the need of a... Bro, come on, man. We really doing this right now? We really gonna do this? Okay, we're doing this. I'm way too passionate about this stuff. This is how it used to be back in the day. I am way too passionate about this stuff. Bro, like, not even close. Z1 Extreme, not even close. You can't even run a lot of these more demanding games at 60 frames at 1080p. You can't. You have to lower the settings. You have to lower it from 1080p to 720p. You cannot do it on an $800 handheld. You can't do it. You cannot. Man, I'm getting a Switch 2. Y'all want to go there and follow anybody else and go buy no doggone go ahead.
Why you had to smoke that man like that, bro?
Come on, Michael Perry. You cut the nonsense out. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Not even close. You hear me? ROG Ally X. What? For literally double the price. If you buy the 2 terabyte version, double the price of the Switch 2. Man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Not even, I would buy a Switch 2 in a heart. You do what you do. I'm not telling you otherwise. Do what you do with your own money. You see what I'm saying? Do what you do with your own money. By all means. Go buy your ROG Ally X. You know what I mean? Go get one. Pay $800. You're going to pay almost $900 with taxes. Go ahead. And go ahead, get you one of these docks right here that I have, right? Plug your ROG Ally X up into this and hook it up to your TV and try to run those games. Try to run all them PC games that you have on Steam, that you have on Xbox, on your Xbox Game Pass, try to play those games at 4K and see what happens. This is what's going to happen. It's fixing to be a Michael Jackson situation fixing to happen. Yo. Listen, you're going to get about 5 frames. Transformers, formers in the sky. Autobots roll out. You're going to get an Autobots rollout situation. You're going to be freezing frames like 5 seconds. 5 frames. 5 frames per second. Playing at 4K 60. It can't do it. It can't do it. Talking about ROG Ally X. What? Listen to me, man. I know some of y'all don't like the Switch 2, but come on, dog. Come on. Not even close. Listen, man. He said, do you think you will play 4K? Of course. What? Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. Watch this. What? Knight, I love you. Knight, it's all love, baby. We just having a debate, Knight. Knight, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is all love right now. But what? Do I think I can play at 4K 60 on the Switch? Pause. Pause. What? Okay, dog. Okay. 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 Look at this right here. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this right here. Frank says AC Shadows PSSR patch tomorrow. Really? Nice. Look at this right here. Do I think I'm going to be able to play at 4K 60 on the Switch 2? Look at your screen. Look at your screen. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will run at 4K 60 FPS on Nintendo Switch 2 in quality mode. Bro, are you kidding me? Dog, in quality mode, the game will run in dock mode at 4K 60 with HDR support. And at 1080p 60 with HDR in handheld. You kidding me? You are kidding me. Bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro. That is insane. That is insane. The fact that I can dock it. And then it's like, y'all talking about upscale. Okay. We're upscale or not? Upscale or not? The fact that I can play, that's the same thing about 5090 and all these other graphics cards. Oh, it's upscale. It's fake frames. Doesn't matter. As long as I can have a sharper image, right? And the frames is smooth, that's all that matters. For $450, you cannot, I don't care what nobody say, you cannot beat, for what the Switch 2 is offering, you can't beat it for the price. For $450. And it's crazy because you want to talk about upscale. PS5 Pro games are upscale too. PSSR, that's upscaling. Everything is upscaling. So I'm not understanding. In order to get the ROG Ally X to run a lot of the games, guess what, buddy? You're going to have to turn on FSR. On a lot of the games, you're going to have to rely on some sort of upscaling. So you're paying $800, but you are literally, I quit. You are literally still upscaling. You're literally upscaling. Every single thing is upscaling. A $3,000 GPU, and you still have to upscale on a lot of the games. What? Come on, dude. Come on. So because it's upscale 4K, or does it even matter? Because PS5 Pro costs way more than the Switch 2, and it uses upscaling technology like PSSR. Really? Come on, man. It said, as a fair comparison, what FPS is Cyberpunk on handhelds? Bro. Hold up. All right, let me show you something, okay? Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something right quick. Okay? Oh, God, have mercy. Let me show y'all 900p. Are y'all seeing this? 900p. Cyberpunk. Look at this. I don't even have to click on the video. Pay attention to your screen. Can't even run $800 freaking handheld PC. 900p with FSR 3 and frame gen. Just to get it to run. You hear me? You hear what I'm saying? 900p. Look at this. Look at this. Freaking Last of Us. Look at this. 720p and 900p. What a freaking joke. What a joke. You can't even run the games at 1080p. You can't. In handheld mode, you cannot. A lot of these more demanding games, you have to drop the resolution. Y'all don't listen to me. You have to drop the resolution from 1080p to 900p or 720p with upscaling to get a lot of these games to run. Bro, come on, man. You're paying way more money. This costs way more. And look, this dude is playing Last of Us Remastered at 720p. 720p, 900p, just to get it to run. Why is he not playing it at 1080p? And we're sitting here talking about 8 teraflops. Teraflops don't mean a darn thing. Look at what's going on. Look at Cyberpunk. Same thing. 900p. Why is he not playing it? Why the dude not playing it at 1080p? Why is he not playing it at 1080p? Look how much this stuff is. Look, what? Are you out of your mind? Almost $1,000 with taxes. Almost $1,000 with taxes. And a switch to what? Oh, come on, dude. And you're telling me the Switch 2 is trash? Really? Come on, man. Yes, but Knight, yes. Teraflops is how it calculates the floating points, right? The calculation per second. Okay, whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, in real world performance, look at this. That's like the same thing about Series X and PS5. Remember that situation? Knight, I don't even think you remember. Remember that situation, dog? With, oh yeah, Series X got 12 teraflops. And PS5 had 10 teraflops. But at the same time, the PS5 still outshined the Series X in some of the games. You see what I'm saying? In some of the third-party games, the PS5 outshined it. So you can't just run with teraflops and say, oh, because this has more floating points, yeah, it's going to smoke this other device with less floating points. That's not how it works. Like, you're not, and then again, most of you guys are not going to be buying the Switch 2 to play Cyberpunk. You're not. Let's be real. Most of y'all don't care for Cyberpunk. Come on, you know this. You're not. You're not. Okay, it's reported that Cyberpunk plays at 720p. Okay, on the Switch 2. But look at the price though. Look at the price. Oh, 1080p dock and 720p in hand. Okay, look at the price that you're paying compared to freaking ROG Ally X. Come on. Way more on the price. Bro, if I pull up Cyberpunk, I can download Cyberpunk right now on this device. And you will see that the Steam Deck struggles to get 60 frames. And how much for a Steam Deck OLED? Let me show you. What? Come on, stop. I told y'all not to get me started today. Okay? How much is it for a Steam Deck OLED? We really doing this? Steam Deck? OLED? Come on, you know this. The price that Nintendo is charging for what you're getting, it's worth it. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. From what I've seen and from what Nintendo is... How much is it for a Steam Deck OLED? What? Look at this. More than a Switch 2. A Steam Deck OLED costs more than a Switch 2. And can't even run the games at 1080p. At 60 frames. Because the screen on the Steam Deck is only 800p. Can't even do it. And this costs way more. And you can't even run Cyberpunk on the Steam Deck without upscaling. You can't do it. You can't run it at 60 frames. At 800p. You cannot without upscaling. You're going to need some kind of upscaling. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Listen to me, man. Listen, bro. At the end of it, all I'm saying is, for what Nintendo is offering us with the Switch 2, power-wise, impressive. You're talking about 10 times more power and capabilities over the Switch. Think about that. Switch was struggling to run a lot of these third-party games. Switch was struggling to run some of the first-party stuff at a consistent frame rate. Look at Tears of the Kingdom. 30 frames. Struggling. What? Come on, dude. Bro. You said no issue with the price of the Switch 2. The problem is the cost of the games. I agree. Like I said, for the 15th millionth time. For the 15th millionth time, I agree. Yes, the games are expensive. Yes, they are. No, there's no defending that. But for what you're getting for the Switch 2, you're getting a steal. You said, Marlon, do you think the Switch 2 will run Cyberpunk without upscaling? Probably not. No. And so is the ROG Ally X for way more money. And so is the Steam Deck for more money. Yes, you can buy the LCD version for $399, but come on. Like, okay, Knight. Yeah, probably not. It's probably not going to run Cyberpunk without upscaling. But regardless, like, what's the problem with upscaling? Like, what's the problem with upscaling? Like, upscaling is like so pronounced now more than ever. Like, upscaling is the future. Everything is being upscaled. You understand what I'm saying? 5090 relies on upscale. I have a 5090. I turn on DLSS multi-frame generation on some of the games. Some of the games I'm pushing like 60, 70 frames with path tracing, ray tracing, everything maxed out. And Just because I want to go above that threshold of 60 or 70 frames, I turn on multi-frame generation. Yes, it is going to increase lag and stuff like that, input lag and stuff, but like, come on. Oh yeah, of course, because you're gonna need, yeah, of course, Knight. Like if you turn on, if you play cyber, let me show you, like all of this stuff is with upscaling. Like this is, bro, all of this stuff is, look at this right here. Look at this man's video right here. Look at this. Pay attention. Make sure you go subscribe to Game and Tech Planet. Look at this right here. ROG Ally X. ROG Ally X. FSR3 and frame generation. Right? That's the only, look at this. I take a look at 900p. 900p, not even 1080p. 900p. 25 watt performance. Right? Yes. Upscaling. Upscaling. Come on, man. Like, listen, bro. Hey, man. Hey. I don't have a problem with upscaling. Upscaling is helping out in so many ways to help mitigate a lot of the problems that we're having right now. Okay, so you're saying, I know upscaling is needed and is a good thing, but you seem to make it sound like the Switch 2 is a 4K 60 machine and the PC handhelds are not, as you need upscaling. Okay. Let me ask the chat this. Chat. Do you look at the Switch 2 as a 4K 60 machine? Because that's what it's marketed as. Docked. It's a 4K. It's marketed as a 4K 60 machine. That's it. Right? And undocked, it's marketed as a 1080p 120 system. Right? So obviously, in order to achieve 4K 60 on a lot of the games, you're going to need some kind of upscaling. You're going to need upscaling. You understand what I'm saying? Like maybe some of the first party Nintendo stuff is going to run at 4K 60 without upscaling. You understand what I'm saying? Like once the system comes out and we do our tests and we can see what this thing is really putting down. But for the price, come on, guys. Come on, man. For the price? For the price? Bro. Most people, I'm going to just say this. Most people are not going to buy the Switch 2 for third-party games. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Most people, most Nintendo fans, pay attention to what I'm saying. This is real right here. Most Nintendo fans are not going to buy a Switch 2 for third-party games. They're going to buy a Switch 2 for first-party games. And even if they do buy it for third-party games, it's still going to be a really good experience versus what they previously had. Or you're going to have to go out there and purchase something for far way more money, like a ROG Ally X, which is $800. Think about that. $800. Man, listen, bro. I love y'all. At the end of the day, to close out the stream, listen. At the end of the day, it's up to you to decide. We can have our debates about what we think is a better value or what's going to perform better. But ultimately, it's your money. It's your pockets. You guys are going to be the ultimate decision maker on decision day. Come June 5th, come on pre-order day. Nobody is going to be there with you but you making that purchase decision for a Switch 2 or a RG Ally X or whatever the heck you're going to buy, an MSI Claw AI Plus. You are going to be the one that it's going to be costing money. So it's up to you to decide. But all I can say is this. I give Nintendo their flowers, and Nintendo has stepped it up in the power department. I am blown away. The fact that this thing is capable, keyword, capable, because the system is not out yet, capable of 4K 60 FPS. Oh my God. Oh my God. And 1080p 120. Literally double the refresh rate. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Those of you who are not sold, those of you who are not sold on the Switch 2, that's fine. Don't buy it. You see what I'm saying? Just don't freaking buy it. Like, don't purchase it. Like, leave it alone. Go get your ROG Ally X. Or go get your Steam Deck OLED, whatever you want to get. You don't have to buy the Switch 2. But as a diehard Nintendo fan, as somebody that grew up on Nintendo, I am so blessed and I'm so thankful to King Jesus that I am alive to see Nintendo get up to the 4K realm. Am I sitting here saying every single thing is going to run at 4K 60? No. Am I saying every single thing is going to run at 4K 60 without upscaling? No. I'm not saying that, but this is on paper. And from what we have seen, this is really impressive for a hardware that costs half the cost of a lot of these handheld PCs. Come on, you know this. Don't troll. You know this already. Some people are going to try to twist it and turn it and come up with all kind of story. But at the end of the day, these gaming handhelds cost way more than a Switch 2. But it's up to you to decide. You want a Steam Deck? Go get a Steam Deck. Do you want an RG Ally X? Go ahead and go get that and be happy with that. I hope you're happy. But I'm telling you right now, there's nothing like a Nintendo console. I'm sorry. I love Nintendo and I love what Nintendo is doing in terms of the hardware. Now, the price of the games, that's just not okay. I feel like the price of the games should come down. Is that going to happen? No, probably not. So there you go. Oh, you said the MSI 8 AI Plus is... Oh, it is. I reviewed it on the channel. Oh, it is. But how much is a MSI AI Plus? How much is that? How much is that? Let's take a look here. How much is that? As you can see, $900. $900. This thing is a beast. This thing is the king of handhelds. This is the only handheld on the market that can run a lot of the games at the max refresh rate of the screen. $900. $900. I'm trying to tell you. And can this do 4K 60? Upscale 4K 60? Nope. Nope. It can't do it. He said, these prices about to change. Tariff starts on the 10th. Whoo! Yeah, and that's gonna go from $899 to $1,000. Exactly. But hey, you know what? At least it comes with the dock. Like Knight, at least it comes with the dock, right? You buy a third-party dock for an MSI Claw AI Plus, and guess what? You still can't do 4K 60 upscale. You're gonna need an eGPU. So the irony of all of this, and the story goes, it's more expensive to buy a handheld PC to get 4K 60 gaming than it is to buy a Nintendo Switch 2. That's going to give you the dock for free and give you the ability to play the games at 4K 60. Case closed. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here today. If you did get some enjoyment out of the show, please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. If you do love Nintendo, you do love PlayStation, you do love Xbox, all of what was said today was out of passion and love and dedication for gaming, nothing else. And I love having debates with you guys. I love being passionate about all this stuff because we're all gamers at the end of the day. Some people are going to buy the Switch 2 and some people are not going to buy it. And that's completely fine. You don't have to buy it. It's still going to do over 100 million units, whether you buy it, yes or no. Mario Kart 8 World is going to sell millions of copies, literally 20, 30, 40, 50 million by the end of this generation. That's just the ugly truth. So I know some people are debating saying Switch 2 is trash. It's not worth it. Just don't buy it. The games are too expensive. Just don't buy it. Wait for a sale, which Nintendo games typically don't go down in sale like that. They just don't. They hold a value. And so the moral of the story, the end of the story, to end everything off, vote with your wallets. If you don't like what Nintendo is doing, just don't buy it. If you want to wait in the future to see what Nintendo does, that's cool too. But I'm telling you, with all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, the global economic situation with the tariffs and everything, the prices are not going to come down. So I hear you, and I'm right there with you in terms of the Nintendo Switch 2 games are too expensive. I am not defending Nintendo because I don't get paid by Nintendo. And right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm always going to be with you guys. Yes, the game price needs to be down. But seriously, reality is everything that's electronics is going to go up in price. Switch 2, for what they were offering, $450 to $500, freaking steal. Now it's fixing to probably be $100 more. Give or take, maybe 50 to 100, maybe 75, who knows, right? And I still think it's still a good deal for what you're getting from a Nintendo standpoint. So, man, listen, bro. Oh, you say it didn't even touch on the GameCube coming. Oh yeah, I did talk about Power Boss. I did talk about that in my last stream. About that, and that's even really impressive. I was losing my freaking mind about GameCube games coming to the Switch Online, Switch 2 Online. What? Crazy stuff. So yeah, man, I love you guys, man. Listen, do what you do, buy whatever you want to buy. The choice is yours. You know I'm getting the Switch 2 day one. I'm getting it day one. I will be making comparison videos between PS5, between the original Switch, all of that. So you buckle up because I'm bringing you the content. You know I'm good for it. Switch 1 versus Switch 2, Switch 2 versus PS5, whatever. You know I'm going to bring the content. So on that note, we're going to end the show. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get over 300 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And peace. We out of here. Love you guys. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your day. We out.